Yeah, we're here. Okay, no problem.
You're watching the Toyota Minor League Cricket Championship, presented by Sunoco.
A new era for American cricket began in 2021.
There it goes into a dive! Walk it!
The rise of cricket was celebrated across the country. Now, with big wickets and even bigger hits, the stars of minor league cricket are back and better than ever.
Primus goes huge!
Don't miss the nation's largest league competing for the biggest prize in American cricket. The Toyota Minor League Championship returns this summer, live on Willow TV.
So we want to welcome you here to the Idlewild Cricket Field out in Jamaica, New York. We're delighted to bring you coverage, continuing coverage. And that's the matchup for you today. The Empire State Titans will be hosting Manhattan Yorkers in what is billed as the New York Derby. In the box with me is Matthew Achaibar. Matt, you've got to be excited with what's going to happen here. Titans, they take on the Manhattan Yorkers.
Yeah, umpires making their way out to the middle, kicking off a big weekend here at Idlewild Park. 4 games throughout the course of 2 days. And Empire State Titans and the Manhattan Yorkers, what better way to start things off than the clash of 2 New Yorkers?
Yes, Matt, we've seen a lot of good crickets. Let's take a look at the table here, Group A. We've got the Atlanta Lightning. They're playing impressively well, but look at Atlanta Fire. A very well put together squad, and then of course the likes of the other teams, the top of the middle there, Matt.
Yeah, and once we hit the playoff stages, they will cross over with Group B. Looking at it, the Eastern Division here, we've got the Manhattan Yorkers and the Empire State Titans. It's first v third here at Idlewild Park. Got the New Jersey Stallions as well, runners up from last year, doing quite well. But don't sleep on the New Jersey Somerset Cavaliers in 5th. Run of form to begin with, but they've now gone 3 on the bounce in terms of wins, so should be a very, very competitive division this.
Yeah, Matt, and no cricket match can start without the toss. Let's have a look at what has happened there with the news. With news that the Empire State Titans have been sent in here, 2 captains out in the middle. And the big news is the Empire State Titans will bat first. So Manhattan Yorkers have won the toss, and they've elected to bowl. So yeah, let's look at what the teams are like today. With the news, the Empire State Titans have been sent in here in beautiful conditions here in Rosedale, Queens, Idlewild playing field. So let's go quickly over to Nate Hayes, and want to welcome Nate Hayes with his expert predictions of what has been happening in the course of the minor league series. Nate, what you've got for us?
Wins and 2 losses, ahead on net run rate over the New Jersey Stallions. Bhaskar Yadram has been a pure all-star for the Yorkers, leading the team in runs with 155 in 5 innings and wickets with 14. John Campbell is always a threat to have a big day, but the strength of the Yorkers is in their economical and varied bowling attack, with 7 bowlers on the team with economies under 7 runs per over and at least 7 overs bowled. The Titans' formula is similar to the Yorkers, as their own all-star, Arful Hawk, has been their best batter and bowler as well. Overall, the Titans' bowlers are slightly more expensive than the Yorkers, but they have 5 bowlers with at least 5 wickets and an average under 21, including former USA all-rounder Otto Body. But I think Manhattan has the edge thanks to their batting.
All right, so there we go. Christopher Van Tull. Yeah, Christopher Van Tull and the Patel. There we go. Van Tull comes into the squad as one of the top order batsmen. Jala Dua, he's going to be a key man here. Monang Patel is back in the flow, and a top quality batting lineup. Garanshu Sharma among there. Adel Bhatti brings a lot of experience to this team.
Yeah, and looking at the Manhattan Yorkers side, a very strong bowling side, the likes of Bhaskar Yadram, Abhiram Valasamagari, Deveshwari Prasad, Yasir Muhammad back from US duty as well, and so much more. They've got a very strong bowling lineup, and if you combine that with the Empire State Titans' powerful batting lineup, should be a clash of two very quality teams here.
So we're ready for play with the news. Christopher Van Tull will be the man on strike. He has just come into the squad, man. Just been pulled into the squad. We get the call from umpire Ron McFarlane, and we are ready for play. Ron McFarlane and Brian Kane. So Nomi Iftikhar. That ball is cut away off the bat of Christopher Van Tull. And a dream start here for the Empire State Titan. First ball. And that has gone away for 4. Good-looking shot here from Christopher Van Tull.
Yeah, perfect start to the over this from Christopher Van Tull. Right away with from Noman Iftikhar, and given the treatment, Christopher Van Tull, not a player that likes to mess around. Tall man, strong man, Christopher Van Tull hits them a long way.
And Matt Van Tull really comes into this game as probably a batter. He's really a specialist keeper. But in a squad that has Jala Dua and Monang Patel. It's a good comeback ball here from Noman Iftikhar. He's a quality player. We've seen him so many times. He brings a lot of experience here to Manhattan Yorkers. So they're off to a very good start, the Empire State Titans. They've played well on this ground in the past.
Good comeback, couple of deliveries here from Noman Iftikhar. First one, bit of a loosener to Christopher Van Tull. And in T20 games, you've got to put away those. First ball going for 6, but since then, he's come back very well here, Noman Iftikhar.
Matt, we've seen 81 sixes on this ground. Take a look at that. Ball outside the off stump. Van Tull playing from a ball that is some early outswing here from Nomi Iftikhar.
Another good ball from Noman. Bowling very well. He's a quality opening bowler, is Noman Iftikhar. Showing some of that here to Christopher Van Tull.
Yeah, the fact is Van Tull probably would have done enough work in the over. First ball would have gone for 6. Lovely shot and earlier on, but look at that. Good comeback delivery. Good defense here by Christopher Van Tull. And things are on the way here at Idlewild Park. Here from Sawan Patel. So good comeback deliveries here from Noman Iftikhar. And things are on the way here. This is the New York Derby. Manhattan Yorkers visiting the Empire State. And Matt, when you look at the names of the two teams, it has really reflected the great state of New York. So up and over into the offside, and he's gone. So Fila takes the catch, and the first wicket goes down. Vantal is gone. And what a good catch from the man out in the deep.
Yeah, good start here from Noman Iftikhar. Very good comeback. We mentioned the first ball going for 6, but ever since then, it's been a brilliant fight back from Noman Iftikhar. Again, giving some width to Christopher Vantal, looking to play another one of those aggressive shots. This time, picking out the fielder. So, a dream start here for the Manhattan Yorkers. They've dismissed the dangerous Christopher Vantal with only 6 on the board.
So the first over comes to a completion. A bit of mixed bag here for Noman Patel from Nomi Iftikhar. It appears Monarch captain has come to the middle here, Matt. We've seen an early loss of Christopher Vantal. And Nomi Iftikhar, quality first over. Any over that picks up a wicket is here very valuable. So John Campbell has been given the ball. And he comes into the attack here, Matt. He's been a very important asset here for the Manhattan Yorkers. They struck in the first over from Nomi Iftikhar.
John Campbell, we know how powerful of a batsman he is, how crucial he'll be to the Manhattan Yorkers top order, but one thing that he has really come to the party with is his bowling, and he's shown to be a great all-rounder, quite capable player all-round is John Campbell, and he can bowl at anywhere in the innings here. We see him bowling in the power play. Very versatile player, complete all-rounder is John Campbell, and it's no wonder why he's played at the West Indies level.
So Monarch Patel comes into an already strong, well put together Empire State Titans. So good start so far from John Campbell. 7 for 1 at the moment. Off the mark with an easy single, would have just returned from international duties with the U.S. international squad. That brings Sawan Patel onto strike. Ball turned into the onside, so good bowling here from for the Manhattan Yorkers, Matt. They've picked up 1. Vantal is gone.
Yeah, great start by the Yorkers. We saw Noman Iftikhar get a dismissal. Good catch as well by Kevin Sharp to play a part in that dismissal of Christopher Vantal. And now we're seeing a tidy over here from John Campbell. This one cut away, but straight to Yasser Mohammed. So early pressure on the Empire State Titans.
Bowling.
So tidy over so far from John Campbell, and this one worked into the offside. So runs coming by singles here. Good tidy start here from the Manhattan Yorkers. 2 gone. It's 10 for 1.
वक्त आ गया है लक्ष्मी बासमती राइस को घर लाने का। लक्ष्मी एक्स्ट्रा लॉन्ग बासमती राइस, इसका हर दाना हो इतना लंबा, पकते हुए महके और प्लेट पे क्या खूब खिले। हाँ, तेरे घर लाने का।
My son, he's so soft-spoken. Everyone says he's so good-looking, and he never forgets to call.
Hi, Mom.
Born for your true self. The 2022 Tundra. Toyota. Let's go places.
So we're back. This is the Toyota 2022 Minor League Cricket Championship presented by Sonoco. So good ball to the onside here from Nomi Iftikhar. Runs coming by singles and twos there, Matt. We've seen a good bowling performance so far from the Manhattan Yorkers, Nomi Iftikhar and John Campbell.
Yeah, Noman has been good. Has really shown some of the experience, getting rid of Vantel. Despite that first ball going for 6, an experienced bowler would always come back strong. And Noman Iftikhar has done that so far.
So Sawan Patel, he's had some good knocks during the course of this minor league. 58 is his highest against the Lions. He's a top quality player, good all-rounder. So ball driven into the offside, running quickly. Good running here from the Empire State Titans. Fit set of players, Sawan Patel, Monang Patel.
Yeah, and that's part of the job description now. Playing T20 cricket, got to be fit, got to be a good fielder, and you've got to have great agility and good legs as well, running between the wickets, taking those sharp 1s and 2s.
So we're coming to you from the home of Queens United. This is their home ground, top facility. Ball goes down the leg side. So we've seen the first extra of the weekend, Matt. Goes down the leg side into the glove of the keeper. Ball sliding down the leg side from Nomi Iftikhar. It's a brilliant weather here for cricket. It's part of a very hot stretch of days. Oh, it's into the offside. Another wicket goes down. Iftikhar strikes. And this time Monang Patel has to go. Well judged catch. And it's 2 down for 13 on the board.
Brilliant, absolutely brilliant catch from Bhaskar Yadram. What a fielder he is, and what a flying catch he's pulled off there. Noman Iftikhar has another one. But this time, exceptional fielding to dismiss Monang Patel. The US captain has to walk back a big wicket. Take a look at this again.
Yeah, off the back foot. Brilliant work here from Bhaskar Yadram. Such a top player. Monang Patel departs for quite early today. He's 2 down for 13 on the board.
Oh, that's much better, B. Thank you, brother. Thank you.
So Jaladua comes to the middle. We've seen a couple of early strikes here from the Manhattan Yorkers, Matt. And in fact, Nomi Iftikhar, he's had brilliant figures so far. The wickets of Vantel and then Monang Patel. So we're up here at Idlewild Playing Field, just outside of the world-famous John F. Kennedy International, Matt. A lot of times, Jaladua comes into the middle, top quality player. And Jaladua becomes probably one of the very few retentions by the Empire State Titans. He's been among the runs.
The only retention for the Empire State Titans. Can't really argue about that. Jaladua has been a consistent performer for the Titans in both editions of the minor league so far, even in the exhibition series, which, I mean, not a lot of people kind of remember, but even in the 2020 exhibition series, that mini series we had, Jaladua did have some good innings there.
So Noman Iftikhar. So ball pushed into the onside. Jaladua is up and running. So there we go, an established shot of what's happening here. A couple of pitches there, one on your right that is used for practice matches. So let's take a look at the wicket here from Monang Patel into the offside, and a diving catch from Bhaskar Yadram. can score is Danish Patel. He's provided very good support at the top of the order mat. But this is the kind of innings that he may have to grind a little bit. Still a long way to go. We're in the third over.
Yeah, not an easy start this for the Empire State Titans. 14 for 2 in just the third over. In the air. And Yassim Mohammed in play again. But that'll end the over. 14 for 2 at the end of 3.
No, because last ball we went back on the circle. Why? The rules changed.
Got it.
That's how it is.
So a couple of wickets here. Couple of wickets. Danish Patel, man out out there, and then of course we've got a couple of wickets. Van Tol, Monang Patel, couple of big wickets here. Manhattan Yorkers, they're doing well at the moment.
Yeah, doing very well so far, the Manhattan Yorkers. We mentioned before, a powerful bowling lineup from the Yorkers side. And we've seen a couple of big strikes already from Noman Iftikhar. Some good fielding, good catching. We saw Kevin Shah. And then a brilliant catch from Bhaskar Yadram.
So Sean Finley, in your screen there, comes into the attack. And Matt Sean Finley has been out of the side of the Manhattan Yorkers, but he comes in here, very important performer. So he comes in here with some bit of work already done by the bowling team, but he comes in here to bowl to Jaladua. Starts pretty well. Dot ball, all very important in this format of the game.
Yeah, Sean Finley, picked up by the Yorkers in the minor league draft, was out of action for some bit of time. Comes in here for his first game as a Yorker. And starts with a couple of good deliveries here to Jaladua.
And Matt, the fact is Jaladua, we were looking at some records, does have 13 sixes on this ground. Perhaps the highest, just one ahead of Christopher Barnwell and Trevon Griffith.
Feel this type of game suits a player like Jaladua.
Oh, he's driving through the offside. That's a lovely looking shot from Jaladua. Loves the offside. And that ball has run away for 4 runs. That's a good looking shot to start here from Jaladua.
Yeah, fine shot from Jaladua. Class player. Comes out of the New York area as Jaladua. So he's very used to these type of conditions. Look at this again. In the gap. And it beats Yassim Mohammed for 4.
Hey, it is a very fast outfield. A better ball here from Sean Finley. We've seen a bit of a fight back here from Jaladua. Let's see what he's done during the course of the series. His highest being 47 against the New Jersey Somerset Cavaliers. Has to come quite early here this morning from New York. So into the offside, well away from a couple of the fielders running up towards the point boundary. And a good bit of work there, it appears to be. We'll have to pick up the fielder's name, but he's done well to save the boundary. Couple of runs to Jaladua.
Good work out there. But Jaladua, some bit of aggression shown by him. This one going up and over. Just narrowly missing out on the boundary there. Take a look at this. Very good work to pull that one back in, just inside.
Yeah, good bit of work there by the fielder. Every run save will be one less to replay. And Finley has gone for 6 in this over so far. So the umpires for the game are Brian Kane and Ron McFarlane. So that's the completion of over number 4, and after 4 it's 20 for 2. Yeah. So 20 for 2. So Brian Kane, umpire on your screen, very quality umpire, has really made some great climb up the ranks, Matt.
Yeah, Brian Kane, very good umpire all around. Iftikhar continues, and that one, well, a short delivery. It's been taken, but appealing here, the Manhattan Yorkers. But not out. May have come off the helmet.
Yeah, good start again to the over. We have seen some really good bowling here from the Manhattan Yorkers. Take a look at this one. Sawan Patel just coming down. Oh, one wonders.
Wow, I tell you what, from that angle, definitely looked close there. Interesting one there. Is that a life for Sawan Patel? And if so, how much will it cost the Yorkers? We'll have to wait and see.
So now he times it well, running up towards the long leg area. And that's 4 runs off the bat of Sawan Patel. So a good comeback shot. Ball heading down the leg side again from Nomi Iftikhar. And ball pulled into the shot from Sawan Patel.
Yeah, going short again is Noman Iftikhar. And just pulling that one away, Sawan Patel gets his first boundary of the day. And a nice little partnership forming here between Jaladua and Sawan Patel. Looking to still get those boundaries coming, still in the power play despite the loss of 2 wickets.
Yeah, Matt, we've seen Sawan Patel over time. Really a quality player. I think he's an underrated cricketer. Top all-rounder, and he comes in here for the Empire State Titans. Driving straight up to the man at mid-off, so can't score. So Idlewild Park, one of the better fields we've seen in the New York City area. Noman Iftikhar, you look at, he gets to the top of his mark and makes that circular 360 start to his run-up. So humid conditions here in New York City. We're going through a bit of a heat wave. Weather is expected to feel like something close to 100 today, Matt. But the cricketers won't complain. They will prefer that than rain. Polishing the ball is Nomi Iftikhar.
Sharp running between the two there, Sawan Patel and Jaladua. So 5 balls done in this over so far. It's been a good one here from Noman Iftikhar. Again, we're seeing him come back very well after being hit for a boundary.
Yeah, Matt, he's been quite stellar so far. Runs coming not only by singles, but very sharp singles. Good running here from Jaladua and Sawan Patel. Trying to repair an earlier damage, certainly caused by the man with ball in hand, Noman Iftikhar.
Let's go, guys. Let's go. Let's go again.
Jaladua is a quality player. He served Empire State Titans well in the past. And so far, they'll expect him to give them a very big boost. Quality player. Oh. So that will complete 5. And so 5 overs gone. It's 25 for 2. So Vantel back in the shade, and Matt, we saw a brilliant catch from Bhaskar Yadram, but a lot of batting to come. Baisia, Adil Bhatti, Usman Ashraf has been pushed down the order, and we saw the young man Kwame Patan Jr. He can strike the ball.
Don't forget Ariful Haq as well. We've seen him be quite the ball beater so far. But we talked about him in the field, and now here he comes with ball in hand. Bhaskar Yadram, who, by the way, is having a tremendous minor league so far with both bat and ball. Terrific all-rounder is Bhaskar Yadram.
Yes, Matt, 14 wickets in this year's minor league. Presented by Sonoko. And I'll tell you something about Bhaskar Yadram. Don't look at him as one of the single players out of the Yadram's family. He comes from a cricketing background, and I'll tell you the story on that. So he starts well with a ball pushed into the offside. Can't score.
Yeah, good work so far by the Manhattan Yorkers. Bhaskar Yadram will be looking to replicate what Iftikhar, Campbell and Finley have done so far. Have kept things nice and tight. Just going at 4.8 right now, the Empire State Titans.
And Matt, Bhaskar Yadram comes from a cricketing family. His brother Kevin Yadram would have played for the Guyana Youth. Oh, a slashing shot off the bat of Sawan Patel. And it goes to the smaller part of this cricket field. And that's a good-looking shot from Sawan Patel. Second ball into his bowling spell from Bhaskar Yadram.
Yes, and with again, we've seen the Empire State Titans. They've decided to just flash at and Sawan Patel picks up another boundary. He goes up to 12. And so far, Yadram. We saw a good start, but then that one, Sawan Patel didn't need a second invitation to send that one away to the boundary.
So he gets an edge, and sometimes it doesn't matter how they come. Off the bat of Sawan Patel, and consecutive boundaries, perhaps a bit of luck there, but it doesn't matter. 4 more runs to the Empire State Titans.
Yeah, especially with 2 wickets down in the power play, they'll take any bit of runs that come. And so far, Sawan Patel, fortune definitely in his favor. That one running away for 4. But a good fight back here for from the Empire State Titans so far. Sawan Patel and Jaladua. See this one again, short and wide from Yadram, and that one just getting the edge for 4.
Yes, Matt, when you play brave, sometimes the luck really favors you. Oh, more edges here from Sawan Patel, but man inside the ring.
Getting lucky again. He didn't play that one on, Sawan Patel. So riding his luck here at the last couple of deliveries.
So Bhaskar Yadram, I made mention, Matt, he comes from a cricketing family. His brother would have played for Guyana Youth, national Guyana team. And his sister, Kavita Yadram, would have represented Guyana at the senior level. So not only Bhaskar Yadram plays cricket for that family. Bhaskar, of course, would have gone on to play for the West Indies youth at some point. A ball tugged into the onside. Runs there for Sawan Patel. He's playing a very good hand so far. They come back for a couple of runs. And so 2 more runs here to Sawan Patel. Good partnership building up. 22 so far.
This has been a good over. An over that the Empire State Titans needed. Yeah, they had a bit of luck in it, but it doesn't matter how they come. Still gone 10. They've still got 10 off of this over so far. 1 ball remaining. Sawan Patel, good touch. He's had a good minor league so far, Sawan Patel. Coming up against his former side, as is Bhaskar Yadram.
Yeah, Bhaskar Yadram has a couple of players there have some serious unique trade-off. We'll talk about that. And again, into the onside. Man in the ring has been quite useful. And so 6 overs gone. That's the end of the power play session. It's 35 for 2.
That's the end of the power play. Let's go, guys. Right, I'm over. All right.
So there we go. Not a bad power play here for the Manhattan Yorkers. They've kept the Empire State Titans, Matt, just under 6 runs and over. And the Empire State kept on a very tight rein. Good performance so far.
Good work indeed. But we've just seen a tall building there. Looking at that over by over chart, we've seen a tall one from the Empire State Titans thanks to that 10-run over. And right after the power play, we see spin in the form of Yasser Mohammed.
Yeah, Yasser Mohammed in the last couple of years, Matt, have really taken his cricketing career upwards. Part of the US senior setup these days, and would have just returned from Zimbabwe. So spin for the comes into bowl to Dua. And Dua gets an easy single out towards the offside. Jala Dua really favors the offside, Matt. Loves to go inside out. But the way things have gone here, the Manhattan Yorkers, they're holding the Empire State Titans to under 6 runs and over. That has to be very good bowling.
Yeah, it is indeed. 5.8 and over. So Yasser Mohammed, one of the top emerging players out of this country. And as you mentioned, has found himself now playing for the US national team recently.
Yes, Matt, and Yasser Mohammed would have come across from the New Jersey Somerset Cavaliers. Sawan Patel, he gets a good slice on this one, running up towards the offside boundary. Fielder will come around, couple of runs there again to Sawan Patel. He continues to bat well.
Yeah, they've done well to prevent any more wickets from falling of the Empire State Titans, which is what they needed, given the loss of Van Tull and Monank early. And in addition to that, Sawan Patel and Jala Dua, they've also played a couple of shots, found the boundary a couple of times each.
So what has been about some of the retentions and the incoming players, Matt, for the Yorkers team? I know they've really picked up a quality squad. And if there's a time for them to challenge the Empire State Titans, it could be this season. We saw in the past, the Empire State Titans have always had the better of the batsman. And so 5 runs in this over so far. This has been a quality one.
Good over indeed so far from Yasser. And they'll finish off with another single, so an over of mostly singles. 41 for 2 at the end of 7.
So 7 overs gone. A partnership here from Jala Dua and Sawan Patel. Sawan Patel has been quite dominating so far.
Let's do it quickly, guys. Thank you.
But still a lot of batting to come here for the Empire State Titans.
About 2 minutes. We're behind. Let's go. Let's go.
Looking at the bowling, so far tidy stuff. Bhaskar Yadram, 1 over for 10, kind of the only blemish on the Yorkers bowling card. Look at Noman Iftikhar though, 3 overs, 2 for 15. Has done some damage to the Empire State top order.
So the New York Derby well and truly on. We've seen very good cricket so far. We have seen even cricket. Gotta give the edge perhaps a little bit over to the Manhattan Yorker. Bhaskar Yadram will continue. First of all, would have gone for 10. Very quality all round. He's having a very good series. And he picked up from last year, Matt. When you look at Bhaskar Yadram and Goranshu Sharma, Bhaskar Yadram move from the Empire State Titans to Manhattan Yorkers. And Goranshu Sharma comes from Manhattan Yorkers to the Empire State Titans.
This one driven up by Danish Patel. They'll hustle through for a sharp single there taken. Both sides doing some bit of business in the draft.
So a couple of big sponsors have really come aboard for this year's minor league series, presented of course by Sunoco. And of course we will see a lot of Sunoco moments, Matt. Players are gassing up on the right fuel, and they'll be fueled by Sunoco. And don't forget DAFA News. We want to say special thank you on behalf of minor league for coming aboard.
Yeah, and both the Empire State Titans and the New Jersey Stallion, the Manhattan Yorkers rather. And I'm sure we've got the New England Eagles coming over, the Cavaliers coming over, and the Stallions all this weekend. Lots of emerging talent, so I'm sure we may well see a DAFA News Emerging Player of the Week.
Yes, Matt, we have seen part of an action-packed weekend. Couple of doubleheaders, games coming up later on in the day. And then, of course, a doubleheader tomorrow. So ball played into the onside. No ball is the call from umpire Brian Kane. So we will see our first free hit of the day.
First no ball, first free hit, indeed. There we go, the free hit signal by Brian Kane. Jaladua, the lucky man to receive a free hit delivery.
Yeah, Bhaskar Yadram might have overstepped on that occasion. So here's the free hit ball, 45 on the card so far. And a good chance here for Jaladua to really go big. Empire State Titans on the verge of a half century. Oh, he goes into the offside. And Fila does well to back in play. They come back for a couple of runs. And so not much harm done there from the free hit ball. Couple of runs to Jaladua.
Yeah, looking to go straight on that occasion, Jaladua. Nice partnership between these two. We've mentioned they've both looked in good form today. And the Manhattan Yorkers, maybe perhaps now in a bit of a more even fight here with the Titans.
Yes, Matt, not a runaway scoring rate so far. They've kept it just about 6 runs and over. And Manhattan Yorkers, they've always performed well. The bowlers coming into this match has really performed with good economy rates. Still to see Deveshwari, Raj Patel.
Yeah, still to see Prashad, who's been very economical, and Abiram Valis Magari as well. Very strong bowling attack from the Manhattan Yorkers. But they found things a little bit difficult the last few overs.
Yeah, this has been a quality over here from Bhaskar Yadram. Would have bowled a no ball, but no problems here at all. 7 runs in this over. You can't complain. Bhaskar Yadram, he's really served Manhattan Yorkers well. And not only from a bowling perspective, Matt, he'll be required to play a good hand with the bat. He has already done that. And so far, this has been a quality over so far. Oh, making room is Sawan Patel to the offside. Only a single, so this will complete over number 8. And after 8 is 49 for 2.
वक्त आ गया है लक्ष्मी बासमती राइस को घर लाने का। लक्ष्मी एक्स्ट्रा लॉन्ग बासमती राइस। इसका हर दाना हो इतना लंबा, पकते हुए महके और प्लेट पे क्या खूब खिले।
हाँ, तेरे घर लाने का। 1, 2, 3.
So we're coming to you live from the Idlewild playing field in Rosedale, Queens. Premier venue match. A lot of cricket here. We saw the many different league finals and legend tours from time to time. Oh, a big swing and a bit of an edge here from Sawan Patel running up towards the boundary. And we'll have to wait and see if that would cross the boundary. So the 50 comes up here for the Empire State Titans. And it comes off the bat of Sawan Patel, 53 on the board.
Yeah, looking for a sweep there on that occasion. Sawan Patel getting a lot of edges, but those edges are rewarding him runs. So I'm sure Sawan Patel will not be complaining at all. 50 up in the 9th over for the Empire State Titans. Fantal and Monarch lost. But Sawan Patel and Jaladua, particularly Sawan Patel, have carried on business quite well so far for the Empire State Titans. This one called a wide by Ron McFarlane. Quite an easy call. That one straying well, of course, from Yasser Mohammed.
Yeah, Ron McFarlane is a local umpire. And he himself would have been on this pitch many, many times. Metropolitan League that runs their program on this ground. Oh, this one is into the onside. That's gone a long way. And that's gone for 6.
Yeah, slug sweep on that occasion from lovely shot from him. And some pressure here now being put on Yasser Mohammed. He's gone for 11 already in this over. Now the Empire State Titans looking to up the scoring rate now, perhaps.
Yeah, shot from Sawan Patel. And Matt, in these modern days of T20 cricket, there's always the big analysis on matching up. And Yasser Mohammed, he's a leg spinner. He could bowl into the hitting zone on Patel. So the ball goes into the very dense trees on the leg side. And always one of the problems on this ground is getting the ball replaced back quickly. Sawan Patel and Jaladua, they're up to a good partnership, 47 so far. As the ball will have to get some bit of retrieving. 60 for 2. We are still in the middle of the 9th over. Yasser Mohammed has gone for 11 in this over so far. So here are the wickets for you. First man to go, Christopher Vantal, cutting hard. But a good catch by the man, a deep backward point, and that was the end of the first wicket. Vantal.
And now here was the end of Monarch Patel. Look at that. Bhaskar Yadram flying away to his right, pulling off a brilliant catch. As we see the replacement balls coming in.
Yes, umpire Irfan, the third umpire, the man with the box of balls. And Matt, we've seen, we came into this weekend of tournament and made the point that 86s has been struck in a couple of years of minor league. And in fact, the man out in the middle, Jaladua, has struck 13 of them. So he's been among the 6 hitting numbers here at Idlewild Park. Yasser Mohammed is getting ready to replay. 60 for 2 so far. A partnership of 4 for Jaladua and Sawan Patel.
So ready to resume play. And innovative on that occasion by Sawan Patel. And that one, was that a mischance or did it drop short?
Yeah, it looks to be a mischance from Sean Finley.
Looks like, yeah. Judging by his reaction, definitely seemed as if he got there and put it down there. Sean Finley, we'll have another look at it. Good innovation, good switch hit. Take a look, just short of Sean Finley.
So Yasser Mohammed, a quality leg spinner, a very young player. And you look at the partnership engaged at the moment. Matt is 48 runs, very quality one here from Jaladua and Sawan Patel. And so the boys are beginning to fight back. Manhattan Yorkers still keeping Empire State Titans on the 7 runs and over. So 9 overs comes to a close. 2 for 2. So there we go. The Atlantic Conference. Atlanta Lightning, of course, leading the charge at the top of the order there. But let's look at what's happening here with Manhattan Yorkers and Empire State Titan. Not far from each other, Matt.
Yeah, just one win separating the Yorkers and the Titans, and throw in the Stallions there in the mix. If the Empire State Titans can get a win today, it'll put all 3 of them tying up with only run rate deciding them. And look at the Philadelphians and the Somerset Cavaliers on 6 as well coming up behind them. And with a big weekend here at Idlewild Park, lots of cricket to be played, that table can change.
So the partnership goes up to 49. Sean Finley comes back for his second bowling spell. So that brings up the 50 partnership between Sawan Patel, Jaladua, Sean Finley given another ball. A player that's played at the international level for the West Indies. Oh, smashed into the onside. That's a lovely looking shot from Sawan Patel. It may have gone all the way. We'll quite confirm that from the umpire, but it looks like a 6. And that's a good one. Patel, he's batting extremely well today.
Yeah, lovely shot indeed from Sawan Patel. Second 6 to his name so far, over the head of Alistair McGarry. Look at that, nice shot from Sawan Patel. Adding his name to that list of 6 hitters at this ground.
Yes, Matt, we've seen some big 6 hitters in the past of this minor league. Jaladua is out in the middle with 13 coming into this game. We haven't seen a 6 from him yet. And also we were seeing Christopher Barnwell, Trevon Griffith among the 6s.
Pulled away by Sawan Patel. I'm sure Jaladua might be quite happy knowing that at the non-striker's end, Sawan Patel needs 11 more 6s to pass him. And given Jaladua still out to the middle, has a chance to hit a couple more of those you'd think if he gets going.
So ball cut away here from Jaladua. We'll only get a single. And Matt, Sean Finley comes into the side. Is this his first game of the 2022 Toyota Minor League Cricket Championship presented by Sunoco?
Yeah, first game as a Manhattan Yorker, Sean Finley. Would have spent time with the Somerset Cavaliers last year. Now finds himself with the Yorkers. This one in the air from Sawan Patel. Very good work out there to pull that one back in. They'll get a couple of runs there to end the over. At the halfway stage of the innings, it's 73 for 2.
10 done, fellas. Let's keep it moving here. Yes, sir. Let's put it. You guys, only 10 overs gone. Let's go. Let's go. Hurry up, guys. Hurry up. Quick turn. Quick turn. That's it.
Yes, some tidy bowling here from the Manhattan Yorkers, but we're beginning to see some tall buildings. Good batting from Jaladua and Sawan Patel. They've given the Empire State Titans a partnership of 60 so far, Matt. We've got 60 balls to go, 10 overs gone. The Empire State Titans would have been sent into bat. Manhattan Yorkers They have done well. They stay at the top of the table.
Right arm over. Left arm over. It's a striker. Left arm over to you, sir. That's leg stop. Left arm over.
So bowling change. Deveshwari Prasad Mato, a local boy, would have played on this surface many times before. He comes out of the club, the local club called ACS. Would have played on this turf many times. He knows this condition pretty well.
Yeah, Deveshwari Prasad, a quality player. And as you mentioned, a local lad right from the New York area. And has been quite successful in minor league both last year and this year for the Manhattan Yorkers, which is great to see for the state of New York. To have the likes of Jala Dua and Deveshwari Prasad and so much more to succeed at minor league level.
No!
Jala Dua is driving, but well stopped by the fielder, John Campbell.
Matt Prasad comes back to the Manhattan Yorkers. We saw him last year up at Morrisville, in which he sustained a bit of an injury a couple of games last year. Was glad to see him back.
Catch it! Yeah, man! Yes, boy!
So ball tucked into the onside. He's picked up the catch, so that's the end of Jala Dua. In the end, a well-judged catch from Noman Iftikhar, and Jala Dua falls 73 for 3. Take a look at this one, Matt.
Well, you can't keep Nomi out of the game, it seems. A couple of wickets already to his name, and now a low, very low catch by Iftikhar. And totally against the run of play as how we've seen things. Deveshwari Prasad picks up a wicket. Jala Dua on his way. Quite a soft dismissal in the end. And we see him walking back.
Yeah, Jala Dua will be quite disappointed with the efforts today. Just 16 on the board. Time for Sawan Patel to get a bit of refreshment. Number 24 comes to the middle. Usman Ashraf. Ashraf moves from the top of the order. He comes in here at number 5. And got to say something about Deveshwari Prasad. His second ball into this over. He's picked up a wicket of Jala Dua, a very important one. Usman Ashraf comes to the middle. A player who would have played a couple of games for the US. Would have played in the Super 50 a couple of years ago in the Caribbean. Comes into this game more of a leg spinner, but his batting has really come on in the last couple of years. So Usman Ashraf comes to the middle.
Yeah, and for the Empire State Titans, he's been more of a batsman really than a bowler. We haven't really seen him that much with the ball in hand. But his batting has definitely come on a couple of times. We saw him get 40 against the Somerset Cavaliers and 39 also against the Cavaliers, so seems to have a good record against them. And also 24 against the DC Hawks last week on conditions, you would say. Off the mark straight away is Usman Ashraf. Good start here from Deveshwari Prasad. Good start to the day for him.
Yeah, Prasad is a quality bowler. He comes into this match with 10 wickets, so you've got to add one more. So he's up to 11 wickets in this series. And the type of player Prasad is, Matt, he goes about his business very unassumingly. He's a quality player and he can bat. So a wicket in this over so far. Still some ways to go. We've got 57 balls to be bowled. Ball played into the offside by Sawan Patel. He's approaching a half century here, Matt. Sawan Patel, he's batted extremely well.
Yeah, well earned 50 if he is to get it. That one a play and a miss from Sawan Patel. Don't forget Toyota, the Toyota Minor League presented by Sunoco, one of the main sponsors since last year. We've seen our friends at Toyota sponsoring the minor league. They've been there right from the start And I'm sure the sponsorships will only get bigger and better as minor league eventually evolves to major league.
So ball tugged into the onside. Sawan Patel continues to play a very good hand here. So 11 overs gone. The Empire State Titans haven't been sent in. They're batting a 76 for 3.
My son, he's so soft-spoken. Everyone says he's so good-looking, and he never forgets to call.
Hi, Mom. Born for your true self. The 2022 Tundra. Toyota. Let's go places.
What's up, Dad? What got into you?
At Sunoco, we know how to fuel peak performance. Fuel your best.
So Noman Iftikhar, he's been quite steady. He's picked up a couple of top of the order wicket. And he comes in here to bowl to Sawan Patel. Sawan Patel has played a very good hand so far, approaching a 50. Ball eludes the keeper, Rajdeep Darbar. And they go through for one, so things are on the way here. A couple of big days for the Idlewild cricket field. A bit of a slower ball. The Prov doesn't go too well, and the ball eludes the captain, Rajdeep Darbar.
Driven down the ground from Usman Ashraf this time.
The experience of Noman Iftikhar has really come out here for the Manhattan Yorkers. We've seen him so many times. He's always given a performance from his bowling.
Yeah, he's done very well today. 2 for 16 and a very good catch to dismiss Jaladua.
So he continues to bowl well. So a couple of teams from the New York area, Manhattan Yorkers. It doesn't get bigger when you mention Manhattan, one of the greatest city in the world. Just about 19 miles away, Matt, from Midtown Manhattan. And then, of course, we've got the Empire State Titans. Nothing as popular as the Empire State Building, which is also in Midtown. So a couple of plays on the team names.
Driven. And they'll get another single here. Sawan Patel inching ever closer to that half century. He's on 47. Has batted very well. Has put up quite a fight here. And has led the Empire State Titans with bat in hand very nicely. Supported for a while by Jaladua. Sawan Patel on 47. Ashraf, just a couple to him so far.
Oh, flicked down the leg side. That's a good-looking shot from Usman Ashraf. And he picks up a boundary. Well played here from Usman Ashraf for 4.
Yeah, that one down the leg side. A little bit from Noman Iftikhar. And nicely flicked by Usman Ashraf. Got to find boundaries. And on that occasion, Usman Ashraf played that one very fine and away for 4. So final ball in this over coming up. And it's driven by Ashraf, but straight to Sean Finley. 7 of the over, and it ends what's been a very good day for Noman Iftikhar. 4 overs, 2 for 21. It's 82 for 3 at the end of 12.
Guys, we're behind. Let's go, guys. We're behind. Let's go.
So the Empire State Titans, they're fighting back. Certainly led by Sawan Patel. He's up on 47, as you can see. And Usman Ashraf hasn't been there for too long, but we've seen a beautiful flick shot from him. So far as we have seen Oman Iftikhar, he completes his 4-over spell, 2 for 21. We've seen a wicket from Deveshwari Prasad, who could be continuing here, 82 for 3.
So it is Deveshwari. And an inside edge on that occasion by Sawan. Another single takes him up to 48.
So Sawan Patel, Matt, has already scored a 50 in this tournament, in this series. We saw him getting a 58 against the Lauderdale Lions. And he got a the Philadelphians a couple of weeks ago here. So Usman Ashraf, he gets a single out towards the offside, and perhaps this could be a big moment here for Sawan Patel. He's up on 48. A couple of runs will give him a well-played 50. He's been there from the start. Came out with Christopher Van Tol and saw the departure of Van Tol and saw the departure of Monang Patel and Jaladua. But he's up to 48. He's batted impressively well so far. Let's take a look at this one. Oh, balled him. What a careless looking shot from Sawan Patel. What was he thinking? He's on 48. The wicket comes. It's 84 for 4. What shot selection is that from Sawan Patel, Matt?
Middle stump gone, and Deveshwari strikes again, looking to go big on that occasion. Sawan Patel doesn't go well for him at all, and Deveshwari Prasad has the last laugh. Good knock though from Sawan Patel, 48 of 40 deliveries. He's hung in there, he's carried the fight, but he's got to walk back. Big moment, big wicket for the Manhattan Yorkers.
Yeah, Matt, might have given it away. Sawan Patel falls to 48. And Deveshwari Prasad has picked up his second wicket in just his second over. So 84 for 4. As a new batter comes to the middle. So a couple of wickets here for Deveshwari Prasad. So Ariful Haq comes to the middle. A player that comes out of Bangladesh. Quality player with first-class experience.
That's a little bit more.
He's had a couple of big knocks during the course of this series for the Empire State Titans. Got a 58
That's a little more.
against the Lions.
Yeah, that's better, sir. Thank you. Thank you, bro.
Still some ways to go. 45 balls still to be bowled. And Prasad with 2 wickets in the bag so far. So this series, of course, major sponsor Toyota. Some of the best vehicles around, Matt. Always reliable vehicles. So ball played into the onside and can't score here from Ariful Haq. So he has come to the middle. Forms the top order for the Empire State Titans. They're going at 6.6 at the moment. So big swing and a miss here from Sawan Patel. Was on 48 and another wicket goes down, and this time Ariful Haq is gone quite cheaply. Deveshwari Prasad with a couple of wickets in this over, and it may have come off the inside edge. We'll take a look at that. 84 for 5.
Wrecking ball now into the middle order of the Empire State Titans in the form of Deveshwari Prasad. First it was Jaladua in the previous over, and now he's knocked over Ariful Haq and Sawan Patel in this over. What a day Deveshwari Prasad is having, but a middle order that is falling apart at the seams here by the Empire State Titans. 84 for 5.
So Adil Bhatti comes to the middle. Would have been an order mat in which Goranshu Sharma would have come in towards the number 4, number 5. Adil Bhatti comes to the middle. Very experienced player. Part of the DC Hawks in the past. Added to the Empire State Titans this year. Very experienced. Would have already gotten some useful scores during the course of this year's minor league. This year's Toyota 2022 Minor League Cricket Championship presented by Sunoco. 84 for 5.
We have to give them back the time to hear umpire. Yeah. We're aware of the time.
And now back to square one, you feel, for the Empire State Titans. We saw a good knock from Sawan Patel. Good work from Jaladua. But it's all been undone by Deveshwari Prasad, who has been so far and has brought Adil Bhatti to the crease alongside Usman Ashraf, who's still relatively newer himself. So some new batsmen out in the middle, and the Manhattan Yorkers would feel with 84 for 5, 43 to go. They've got the Titans in a very good position, right where they want them.
So the Empire State Titans, their lowest score of the season, Matt, would have been 99 when they played the DC Hawks. So change of stumps here from the umpires. Brian Kane, one of the leading umpires here, and of course Irfan Saeed performing the third umpire duties.
And Brian Kane and Ron McFarlane, they've done quite well in terms of keeping track of time this inning so far.
Yeah, take a look at that. That's a dismissal of Arif Ul Haq that may have caused a bit of delay here. It's been a dry period in the New York City area, so the stump's not getting a very good base to really stick into. By Brian Kane, just making sure that things are well put to place. So.
That's better, sir.
So Ron McFarlane just want to make sure that the sticks are placed quite balanced. We'll wait and see. So they're ready. They're ready to continue. Adil Bhatti, of course, with the customary batsman comes to the middle. But when you look at the scorecard, 5 down for 84. This is a very good showing here from the Manhattan Yorkers. Choosing to bowl first, things have gone well.
Good work by Deveshwari Prasad, 2 off it, 84 for 5.
Stand out for me, please. Thank you.
So there's your batting card. Usman Ashraf out with Adil Bhatti. We saw very well played innings of 48 from Sawan Patel. May have given it away. But look what has happened here. Noman Iftikhar and Deveshwari Prasad has been principally responsible for all the 5 wickets so far, 3 and 2 respectively.
Yasir Mohammed comes back into the attack. 2 overs for 19 for him so far.
So gone into the offside. Usman Ashraf plays a very soft ball into the offside. And that's the end of another wicket here. 84 for 6. Ashraf gone off the bowling of Yasir Mohammed.
Another wicket falls. Not what the Empire State Titans need. This one uppish from Usman Ashraf. And a very well taken catch. It's Deveshwari Prasad. Very good catch. Had to reach over his head for it. Ashraf goes 84 for 6.
Johnny. Go Danish, go Danish. He's lefty. Go for the mosquito, go for the mosquito. They're waiting for you. Pachad this.
That's it? Yeah. Better please.
So Kwame Patan Jr. comes to the middle. Empire State Titans, Matt, they're struggling here. Very good performance so far from Manhattan Yorkers. So the young Patan comes into strike. Still 41 balls remaining. Yasser Mohammed has picked up one. So the tidy bowling of Yasser Mohammed. News here, we've seen everyone doing their fair share of lifting here, Matt. Bowlers used so far: Noman Iftikhar, John Campbell, Sean Finley, Bhaskar Yadram, Devashwari Prasad, and now Yasser Mohammed.
Lots of work here, you feel, to be done by Adil Bhatti and by Kwame Patan Jr. And if it comes down to it, Tapash Baisia, Chintan Patel and Aditya Bharadwaj. This one worked away by Kwame, gets him off the mark. Better over from Yasser Mohammed. Had a difficult previous one, going for 13 in it, but has come back in this over very well, getting the wicket. Looking back at it, Usman Ashraf looking to go up and over. Very good catch. The fielding has been good from the Manhattan Yorkers. Catching has been very good. Devashwari Prasad pretty much everywhere with the ball. Now taking a very good catch.
Yeah, Matt, and we saw might have been started with a diving catch from Bhaskar Yadram. So ball pulled into the onside from Adil Bhatti. That's a good looking shot. Could come back for a couple of runs. And they settled for one. So the fight to break free here from the Empire State Titans. They've been held in a very tight vice grip. Kwame Patan Jr., we saw him play a very long ago. Got 20 against the Philadelphians a couple of weeks ago here, right at the beautiful Idlewild Park. And also on very important runs last week at DC Hawks over at Veterans Park. So into the onside, the tidy bowling continues here. Oh, the good stop by the man, running around. Good bit of boot work. And that will complete over number 14, and after 14 it's 88 for 6.
Look at that over by over chart, the Manhattan. And it's been the Manhattan Yorkers who have really pulled things back. You look, you had some pretty high towers in those middle overs with Sound Patel and Jaladua. Smaller and smaller wickets have started to fall, thanks to Devashwari Prasad in particular. Very good fight back here. Very good fielding as well by the Manhattan Yorkers.
So Prasad will continue. Very impressive bowling performance so far. You look at his bowling spell. Prasad is bowling at 3 wickets for only 4 runs.
Let's go, guys. Let's go.
Adil Bhatti and Kwame Patan Jr. will have a long play in the middle here if they are to pull things back for the Empire State Titans. The fact of the matter, Matt, the Empire State Titans, take a look at this one. Throw at the stumps, might have been quite close here for Kwame Patan Jr. And the fact is, the Empire State Titans have had the better of the records against this team. Couple of wins last year. If you recall correctly, the Manhattan Yorkers would have conceded some 200 runs or close to 200 runs up at Morrisville at one time. Strong performance from the Empire State last year, but you get the feeling that the Manhattan Yorkers are in a good position to turn some of those records around.
Together, a very good side, the Manhattan Yorkers. And the Empire State Titans, a new look side, but have been quite on top of things as well. They've had a bit of a mixed bag, but mostly on top, the Empire State Titans. Not too far from the leaders, the Manhattan Yorkers. But the Yorkers, they've had a real change of fortune this year. And as you mentioned, with having the Titans 91 for 6, definitely look in a good position here so far.
And Matt, this is the return fixture. In the first fixture, we saw the Manhattan Yorkers getting the better of the Empire State Titans, so they come into this game. Short, signal wide from umpire Ron McFarlane. So a bonus run here for the Empire State Titans, 33 balls still to be bowled. And Matt, so they come into this match with the Manhattan Yorkers. Take a look at that. Good call here from Ron McFarlane, too high here from Kwame Patan Jr. Oh, lofted into the offside. That's a good looking shot from Kwame Patan. And it's gone away for 4. So good shot from Kwame Patan Jr. Just lifting the ball over the infield, and that's gone away for 4.
Yeah, very good shot from Kwame Patan Jr. He's shown a lot of promise, I won't lie, in this minor league so far. This is debut season. He picks up a... Are they going to push for 2? Nope, just 1. But yeah, coming back to Kwame Patan Jr. has looked confident in the innings that he's played so far. Definitely seems ready for the step up that is the minor league cricket champion. And has adjusted to some situations quite well, has shown glimpses of what he can do. And he's joined by an experienced Adil Bhatti.
So over number 15 comes to a close with a score 97 for 6.
1, 2, 3.
Took that last corner pretty quick.
Sir, I need one hand on the roof, one hand on the pump.
Timeout for Sunoco Go Rewards.
Keep pumping.
With new Sunoco Go Rewards, when you fuel, you save, because rewards come first.
Come back. Your call.
So 6. Couple of runs there, so that will take the score up to 99. They're on the verge of going for a milestone here, Matt. Yasser Mohammed continues. Patan has picked up 2 more. So this has been a very good over so far from for the Empire State Titan. That brings up the 100. The 100 comes in, the 16th over. And it comes off the bat of Kwame Patan. Good looking shot into the onside. 100 is up here for the Empire State Titans. They're batting 100 for 6.
Yasser Mohammed. Losing his run up there perhaps on that occasion. 28 deliveries remaining, winding down here. And game 1 here at Idlewild Park. We've got another one later on today, and then 2 on tomorrow. Packed weekend.
So swung into the onside. That's a good looking shot from Adil Bhatti, and that's gone all the way. So good strike here from Adil Bhatti. Picked it up nicely, Matt. Good swung of the bat, and that's gone for 6.
Shot of class, shot of power, and a shot of confidence from Adil Bhatti. And that's what he does. He hits the ball and he hits it hard. On the 27 deliveries to go, you feel Adil Bhatti is a key man in this Empire State Titans innings if they are to finish off on a high.
Yeah, good looking shot from Adil Bhatti, very experienced. Would have spent his last year in minor league cricket with the DC Hawks. He's now made the move to New York. Yasir Mohammed has gone for 9 runs in this over so far. This has been a very good over here for the Empire State Titans. So very hot and humid day in New York. And it's no wonder for every time there's a break, man, refreshment comes out for Kwame Patan and Adil Bhatti. And a nice little partnership forming here. 22 so far. It's 106 for 6.
All right, guys.
So Adil Bhatti with a huge 6 off the bowling of Yasir Mohammed, looking to put some pressure on Yasir, and that's what it's all about coming into the last 5-6 overs, all about putting as much pressure on the bowling side as you possibly can.
So Yasir Mohammed being roughed up here a little bit by Adil Bhatti. Quality player is Adil Bhatti. Again, sweeping and sweeping well towards the other side of things. And they come on a very tight one. The appeal goes up. And umpire McFarlane says he's home. So a couple of runs here from Adil Bhatti. Good running. But a very, very tight couple of runs in the end.
Putting pressure on the fielders, this is what I mean. Taking on those quick runs. You can see good running in the end, sliding in Adil Bhatti to save himself. Couple of runs, and it's turning out to be a good over this for the Titans. 11 off it, and still 2 deliveries to go.
And Matt, that is what Adil Bhatti brings to this lower order. He's always played his cricket as a bowling all-rounder, but we've seen from time to time he could give the ball a tap. We saw this over in particular, a big shot into the onside that went for 6. Again, he's trying to pull through the onside. Has he connected well enough? Not at all. And another single, but yeah, you're right on that. This over's gone for 12. This has been a very good over here from the Empire State Titans.
Indeed. And Adil Bhatti with that monster of a 6. And we've seen some good running with him and Kwame Patan as well.
So ball turned into the onside here from Patan. He picks up another run. So that will complete the 16th over. It's 110 for 6. So nice little partnership forming here. 26, Adil Bhatti. Now on 13, Kwame Patan 12. Batten still to come, Baisya, Bharadwaj, and Chintan Patel.
Thank you.
Looking at the bowling here, dominated by Prashad and Iftikhar. 3 to Prashad, 2 to Iftikhar. Economy rates good between the two as well.
Yeah, Matt, and you've got to give Prashad some bit of credit. He's played on this outfield many times. He's a local boy. And maybe lives just about a couple of miles from here. And it will come into bowl to Patan. Starts well. Over number 17 has gone well here for the Manhattan Yorkers.
So a couple of dots to start this off from Deveshwari Prashad. Look at that, 3.2 overs, 3 for 13 to his name. Exceptional performance from him so far.
So making room and plays into the offside from Patan Jr. The young man, Kwame Patan Jr. has played a good hand so far. When you understand the context of what has happened here, they've lost a lot of wickets. It's 111 for 6, as you can see. And with 21 balls remaining, Adil Bati will want to give them a late boost towards the end.
Catch it, catch it, catch it! Yeah, man! Yes, boy!
Oh, he comes down the track, strikes his ball well. Yadram comes into play. And has he taken the catch? In fact, he has. So that's another great catch here from Bhaskar Yadram. And Adil Bati has to go. It's 111 for 7.
This man is a top fielder, Bhaskar Yadram, and he's pulled off 2 stunners here today. Another one, and Adil Bati has to go. Have a look at this again, stepping down the track on Deveshwar Prasad. Brilliant catch from Yadram, 111 for 7.
So Aditya Bharadwaj comes to the middle. We've got 20 balls remaining. Prashad has picked up another one, Matt. 4 in the back so far. Bharadwaj. And he comes in here joining Kwame Patan Jr. So it's 111 for 7. As Prashad will continue. So Aditya Bharadwaj, not too sure how many games, Matt. He certainly looks pretty new here for the Empire State Titans. Here we go. Ball struck and struck firmly into the offside, but look at that. To bring up the 7-wicket Bhaskar Yadram, he's been brilliant today in the field. And he picks up another one here, helping Deveshwar Prasad. We've got 19 balls remaining. What a performance here so far from the Manhattan Yorkers. 19 balls remaining.
Yeah, Bharadwaj. One of a couple changes to the Titans lineup coming in for Parwal. 112 for 7 at the end of 17.
Let's go, guys. I see.
So there we have it, the card. 112 for 7 so far. Presented, of course, sponsored and major sponsor Toyota. What a series we've had last year, and this year promises to be even greater so far. This is weekend number 5. This is New York. And a 4-game in the track here at Idlewild Park. Bowling change, Bhaskar Yadram gets a second ball, Matt. He's been impressive at the top of the order. Well, let's talk about his catching. Couple of big catches from Bhaskar Yadram. The catch of, he took the catch of Adil Bati not too long ago. I would have also taken the catch of Danish Patel. So a couple of big wickets in the bag for Bhaskar Yadram. So we've got 3 overs remaining. Young Kwame Patan on strike. So good start to the 18th over from Bhaskar Yadram.
So Kwame Patan Jr. has held in there on 14, run a ball. Out of the Galacticos Cricket Club, very well known in the New York and New Jersey area.
Yeah, Matt, and he also plays some cricket in the New Jersey area. He comes down the track, doesn't time it well. You've got to give Bhaskar some credit here on bowling the right line on that occasion. Just a single.
So we made the point, Aditya Bharadwaj, one of two changes in the Empire State lineup today, coming in for Chaitanya Parwal. The other one being Christopher Vantal, coming in for Garanshu Sharma.
So the booming songs you hear from time to time. Many of the aircraft taking off from John F. Kennedy International Airport. We're just about a mile away. When I say a mile, one of the major runways are very, very close to this ground at Idlewild Park. So those booming songs just tells you how busy John F. Kennedy International Airport is. So we've got 15 balls remaining here, Matt. We've seen Aditya Bharadwaj and Kwame Patan Jr. towards the end here. Well, we've seen some very good bowling from the likes of Devashwari Prasad, 4 for 15 off his bowling spell. Bhaskar Yadram so far has gone wicketless, but Matt, he's taken 2 great catches. Playing a miss outside the off stump. Brian Kane having a look at that, but in the end, legal ball. Still 14 balls to be bowled.
That's the thing about all-rounders like Bhaskar Yadram. If they don't necessarily get wickets with the ball, they have a great day in the field, as we've seen. And there's still a Manhattan Yorkers innings to come. We could still see him with the bat. Bhaskar Yadram, a quality player, quality all-rounder. Yikes. That one clearly slipping out from Bhaskar Yadram. No ball, easily called a no ball by Brian Kane. Difficult one. We'll take a look at what happened here. And Bhaskar Yadram, yeah, clearly something going wrong there. So free hit delivery. And Aditya Bharadwaj will be the man to face.
Yes, Matt, that's the second free hit we will see. We saw previously that the previous free hit would have just gone for a single run. So Aditya Bharadwaj on strike. And Bhaskar Yadram will come in. It's 116. Big swing and a miss, and the ball deviates from the seam, goes through to Darbar. And no harm done there. So Bhaskar Yadram perhaps just correcting some early issue, but no harm done there. 13 balls still to be bowled.
May have got an edge on it. Wouldn't have mattered. Down the ground from Aditya Bharadwaj. Be a single.
So 18 overs gone. It's 117 for 7.
Action continues at Idlewild Park. Later on, we've got the New England Eagles versus the New Jersey Somerset Cavaliers. So much cricket to be played, so many teams, so many players. And a couple more in action later on. Should be quite another interesting game. That the Somerset Cavaliers, a team that has really started to peak at the right time. And the New England Eagles aside, desperately searching for some points on the board.
Right arm over to you, sir. Right arm over.
Meanwhile, still a battle going on right in front of us. The Empire State Titans and the Manhattan Yorkers. Sean Finley comes back with 2 overs to go.
So the experience of Sean Finley comes in here for the last 12 balls. Oh, that's a quality delivery here from Sean Finley. So he's gone. So another wicket falls. Aditya Bharadwaj falls for 3. It's 117 for 8. What's that celebration from Sean Finley? He's picked up 1. And the troubles for Empire State Titan continues here at the beautiful Idlewild Park.
Take a look at this again.
So another wicket goes down, 117 for 8.
Work with that ball.
So Chintan Patel with 11 balls remaining, Matt. This has been the Manhattan Yorker show for the time being, 117 for 8.
How many more wickets? Oh, yeah, two more wickets. This and the other guy.
So Sean Finley strikes immediately after returning.
Middle?
Chintan
Leg?
Patel.
That's middle leg. That's a little.
Yeah, the ball may have struck top of off the bowling of Sean Finley. Very good start to the 19th over here. Chintan Patel takes guard. And Sean Finley would have picked up his first wicket, so good bowling performance here from the Manhattan Yorkers. Not a lot of runs on the card for the time being, but you never know, Matt. Chintan Patel on strike. So ball pushed into the offside. Chintan is off and running. So let's take a look here at Aditya Bharadwaj. Oh, winds him up. What brilliant ball here from Sean Finley. Struck the top of off. It's one of those dismissal, Matt, that could cause a bit of confusion. You're not too sure what has happened, but thanks for the replay. Hitting the top of off. Good bowling here from Sean Finley so far. So ball swatted into the onside. Couple of runs here for Kwame Patan Jr. In fact, they settle for one. A single here. Good tidy bowling continues here from Sean Finley.
9 deliveries to go. Only 119 on the board, 8 wickets down. I'm sure the Manhattan Yorkers will feel proud of what they've accomplished so far.
And Matt, the Empire State Titans have very good record on this ground, has been good in a couple of years. Playing a miss, ball goes through to the captain, Rajdeep Darbar. Good carry here from Sean Finley. Just coming back to the Empire State Titans, they've only lost on this ground to the Philadelphians a couple of weeks ago. But as it relates to the earlier matches between Yorkers and Empire State has gotten the better of the Yorkers in the past. And you get the feeling Manhattan Yorkers, they're up for the challenge this year. So that's another excellent delivery here from Sean Finley. And over there's only conceded a couple of runs. 19 gone. It's 119 for 8. So Kwame Patan, you can see there, lone man standing up. He's up to 16 so far. With one batter to come, Tapash Baisia. We saw good hand played by Sawan Patel at the top of the order. But we've seen even better bowling from the Manhattan Yorkers. Last over coming up. It's 119, as you can see on your card. So Bhaskar Yadram gets the last over. It's Starts with the ball outside the off stump. So good bowling performance here from the Manhattan Yorkers, Matt. They've won the toss, electing to bowl, and they've used the conditions so far. Bhaskar Yadram will come into bowl to Kwame Patan Jr. Trying to go innovative, doesn't go too well. Not a wide here from Brian Kane.
You should be at the boundary. Last over.
Yeah, looking for one of those ram shots is Kwame Patan Jr. Doesn't go well for him. Perfect start to this over from Bhaskar Yadram. Couple of dots in the final over.
Yeah, a lot of movement there from Kwame Patan Jr. May have prevented their team from acquiring a wide. Should have been called a wide had he probably stayed. A lot of movement from the young man. This is in the air. Fielder will come in. Takes an easy catch. Yasir Mohammed. And so the 9th wicket goes down. Kwame Patan gone. Bhaskar Yadram has now found first wicket. 119 for 9. Yeah, with 4 balls remaining. Can't blame him for that. Matt goes for a big shot. Skied into the offside. And Yasir Mohammed, very simple catch in the end. 119 for 9. So at 119 for 9, Tapash Baisia comes into the middle. We're watching Chintan Patel strikes this one into the onside. I will now bring the former Bangladeshi international man, the man with test match experience. Take a look at this one. Ball in the air. A bit of spin here from Bhaskar Yadram, perhaps the off cutter. And that's the end of Kwame Patan Jr. 2 balls remaining.
Tapash Baisia will be looking to perhaps just swing for the fences of these final 2.
Yeah, taking on the pad. Good running here. You run for anything at this stage of the game. So it's 121 for 9. And final ball coming up, Matt. The Manhattan Yorkers will be quite happy with the restrictions they've made here on the Empire State Titans. 121 in context of T20 games. Not considered a lot of runs, but you never know as we come down to, of course, the reply. But they'll be quite happy with 121 on the board so far.
Final ball down the ground from Chintan Patel. It'll just be a single to finish off, so 3 off it and a wicket. Perfect over from Bhaskar Yadram. At the end of 20, it's 122 for 9, the Empire State Titans.
10 minutes?
Yes.
So there we have it. 122 for 9. The Empire State Titans having lost the toss and was asked to bat first. We've seen a very clinical performance from the Manhattan Yorkers. We'll fill you in with all the details of the scorecards, both batting and bowling. 122 for 9. Yeah, there we go. We saw Christopher Vantal at the top of the order playing his first shot for 6. But then we've seen a constant procession towards the end. We saw very, very good batting from Sawan Patel, who got 48. And Adil Bhatti towards the end, a quick fire 13, posting 122 for 9, going just over 6 runs and over. That's the card for you, the Jaladua played a good hand for 16. Should have pushed on.
Looking at the bowling here from the Manhattan Yorkers. Look at the man right at the bottom. Deveshwari Prasad, 4 overs, 4 for 15. And look at Noman Iftikhar as well. Did very good to get rid of Van Tull and Monang Patel. Did well to dismiss a couple of the top order from the Titans. Overall, a clinical bowling display from the Manhattan Yorkers. Bhaskar Yadram as well was quite economical.
Yeah, clinical performance. There you go, the tens of the teams and an established shot of what is happening here at beautiful Idlewild Park out of New York. We'll take a break. New York, Manhattan Yorkers will need 123 to win. We'll take a look at some of the highlights during the course of the innings so far. 123 to win. So Nomi Iftikhar, that ball is cut away here. So force Van Tull. So up open the account with a slashing shot through the offside. Stretch of days. It didn't last too long. We see an excellent catch. It's into the offside. Out in the offside. Monang Patel, who's just returned from Zimbabwe, an excellent catch from Bhaskar Yadram. Jaladua came out to the middle, played lovely shot. This is one of them off the bowling. That's a lovely looking shot from Sean Finley. Sawan Patel looked pretty good, played a very good hand. He's pulling and pulling well for 4. That's a lovely shot off the bat of Sawan Patel. Bhaskar Yadram couldn't contain runs. A slashing shot again off the bat of Sawan from Sawan Patel. He's been quite vintage today. Played a lovely shot across the field. Here's another one cut away. His ball, Yasir Mohammed, the spin came in, couldn't hold on to contain Sawan Patel. That one going away for 4. And then, of course, the big shot from Sawan Patel. That's a massive one straight down the ground. The bowling of the Manhattan Yorkers continues to be a problem. This one, a lovely catch into the onside from Noman Iftikhar. That's Jalad Dua. We saw Ashraf coming to the middle, flicking and flicking nice. Among the highlights of his innings, that's a lovely shot for 4. Sawan Patel was on course for 48, looked very careless when he gave a wicket away to Deveshwari Prasad. Ariful Haq didn't last long. A couple of strikes in this over off the bowling of Deveshwari Prasad. And then not long after, we saw the departure of another wicket here for the Empire State Titans. Some very good bowling. Here is Yasir Mohammed to Ashraf into the offside. Very soft dismissal in the end. Deveshwari Prasad, you couldn't keep him out of play today. Kwame Patan Jr., that's a lovely shot for 4. That's the young man tried his hand. Adil Bhatti came into the act. Into the onside. That's a good looking shot. Very big shot into the trees. That took some time to be retrieved, but in the end, Adil Bhatti finally perishes. Came down the track, and another lovely diving catch from Bhaskar Yadram. Bharadwaj was brilliantly bowled by Sean Finley by a ball that hit the top of off. So we've seen a constant procession off the field. The young man, this is in the air. Kwame Patan Jr. surrendering quite early. So a big performance here from the bowling team, Matt. So 123 to win at 6.1 runs and over. Don't go away. This game is very interesting, as the Empire State Titans will not go out with a fight. And so the Manhattan Yorkers will need 123 for win. We'll be back soon when cricket resumes here at the beautiful Idlewild Park. We'll be right back.
Minor League Cricket Championship presented by Sunoco. You're watching the Toyota Minor League Cricket Championship, presented by Sunoco.
All right, so welcome back. Welcome back for the chase. 123 needed from 120 ball, asking just over 6 runs and over here, Matt. The Manhattan Yorkers have done a good bowling job. They're up to the batters now, the likes of John Campbell, the captain Rajdeep Darbar. But it's not over yet. Yorkers still need 123 to win this one.
Yeah, still 120 balls to be bowled. T20 is a game filled with twists and turns. You never know what can happen. So the openers make their way out to the middle. Looks to be Yasir Mohammed and Danish Patel. So two youngsters, two top emerging talents from the New York area, New York, New Jersey area. Danish Patel and Yasir Mohammed straight away at the top of the order.
So no John Campbell at the top of the order. Matt, we saw in the earlier part of this year's minor league, Yasir Mohammed used at the top of the order.
So overhearing some of the conversation, I think Jaladua might be off the field. So there is a sub in place, I do believe, from him. At least that's what I heard from the stump mic. 123 required. Look at Danish Patel. First year in minor league cricket for him. We would have seen him at the USPL in phase 1. That also took place in New York, upstate. Was a very good performer there. Danish Patel has had a bit of a mixed bag in terms of minor league, but he has had some bit of success, including 54 against the Atlanta Lightning. As we see Tapash Baisia kick things off for the Empire State Titans with the ball in hand.
Yes, Matt, I get the feeling that this is going to be a very good chase. Tapash Baisia with 20-plus test matches game for Bangladesh at one time. And we'll come into bowl to Danish Patel, who's got a 50 in this series already, 54 against the Lightning. He comes in with Yasir Mohammed. Yasir Mohammed has been used a couple of times at the top of the order before he departed with the US team to Zimbabwe. And he comes quickly back into the position. So a bit of field setting here from Tapash Baisia. He's a quality player. So Yasir Mohammed is the man at the non-striker end. Danish strike, and we are just about moments away from the Empire State defense of 123. They posted 122. We saw Sawan Patel getting 48, so we're just about ready for a restart here. Ball punched into the offside, can't score. Good start here from Tapash Baisia, Matt.
Bounce straight away from Tapash. Good response by Danish Patel. Can't score as yet, though. Tapash has picked up 10 wickets in the minor league championship so far at an economy rate of 6.3.
So ball into the offside, again can't score. Some excellent fielding here from the Empire State Titans. And you get him feeling, Matt, 123 always hovers around the area in which we call a tricky score. Take a look at this, punched into the offside, straight to the field. A good solid and sharp feeling here from the Empire State Titans so far.
Yeah, 123 calls for good fielding. Very important aspect of T20 cricket these days is good fielding, and so far we've seen a very good start here. Danish Patel unable to get off the mark.
Yeah, he's a quality bowler. Tapash has really come into the side, and I get the feeling that the Empire State Titans, the stakeholders, may have brought him in for his good bowling performance, but the experience he brings to this squad. We've seen what experience can really do in this tournament. We saw earlier on Noman Iftikhar, who produced a very experienced and very decisive bowling. Manhattan Yorkers bowled earlier on. So good start from Tapash. We haven't seen a run yet off the bat. When he comes down the track is Danish Patel. Will escape with a couple of runs. And so things are on the way here for the Manhattan Yorkers. 2 off the bat of Danish Patel.
Yeah, a couple of runs to Danish, looking to go big. Didn't get hold of it. Edge and it ran away. First bit of runs here from the Manhattan Yorkers.
So win here for the Yorkers, Matt, will probably get them to push away a little bit from the pack. And a win here for the Empire State Titans makes the table very interesting with teams tying up on points. And that's one everyone would probably like. 2 to Danish Patel so far. So ball played into the offside. That's a lovely shot from Danish Patel. And look at that. That is run away for 4. So good punch through the offside off the bat of Danish Patel. And that's class all along the ground for 4.
Lovely shot from the young Danish Patel. Tapash Baisia was always probing that wide outside off region. And now on this occasion, Danish Patel. Lovely cut shot that. Ran away. Quick outfield here at Idlewild Park.
So ball punched into the offside again. And so that will complete the first over. And after 1 is 6 for no loss.
Guys, stand out from in a place, please. Go ahead.
Hey, lefties on strike.
So that's the lineup for you there. Danish Patel and of course Yasser Mohammed at the top of the order. John Campbell, West Indies player, definitely will bat very early. Sean Finley, Kevin Shaw, Rajdeep Darbar, who's not having a very good series, but you know he will have to come well at some point.
They bat deep as well, as I mentioned earlier in the pre-game. Lots of all-rounders in the... So they've got very deep bowling and very deep batting. That's what you want. You want to have a very all-round side, as we see Adil Bhatti come into the attack.
Yeah, Adil Bhatti is so easy to pick out, Matt. You just look for the hair coloring, and he comes into this game with the color green here at Idlewild Park. A very experienced campaigner, Adil Bhatti. We saw him playing a very good hand, got into the teens. But he will come in here with the bowling under some bit of pressure. It's 117 to win from 114 balls. And we've seen a very good sparkling looking shot from Danish Patel not too long ago. Here's the man with the green here, Adil Bhatti. And will come into bowl to first time Yasser Mohammed.
Good work. Right, you guys, get a quick switch.
So Yasser Mohammed is off and running, Matt. We saw him during the course of this series. Got a 50, got a 52 against the Stallions early. So he's been used quite effectively at the top of the order. Strike goes over to Danish Patel. And Empire State Titans have enjoyed very good record on this ground. We made mention they have only lost to the Philadelphians just a couple of weeks ago. But their track record here at this beautiful Idlewild field, Matt, has been an impressive one. So Adil Bhatti will have to get some fuel going here if they are to defend another 116 from 113 balls. And the best place, this one doesn't time well, so Danish Patel will have to remain. Yeah, they will have to refuel here, and the best place to go for some good refueling, Matt, will have to be Sunoco. They have been powering the minor league players since in fact, this year. And they've gone on to 5 weekends now. And Adel Bati, he's running on nothing else but the power of Sunoco.
Yeah, you can see the sign there alongside Toyota, Dafanu, some of our main sponsors. And Sunoco, first year to minor league, so we would like to welcome Sunoco to the minor league family.
So Bati into the offside again with tidy over so far from Adel Bati. And Matt, I'll take you back several years ago when you were about 4 or 5 years old. You know your cars pretty well, and I'm pretty sure you still remember your Toyota lineup that you've had. When we come back in the next over, we'll go through some of your Toyota toys that you've had packed away someplace. I know at one point you memorized or you had it down all the brand names. Ball carries through to Christopher Vantal. Very stylish keeper is Vantal. We've seen him so many times, and there's no other player, no other wicketkeeper, perhaps in the series that is as stylish as the man on your screen. Number 99, Christopher Vantal. Take a look.
Yeah, quality keeper is Christopher Vantal. The footwork. Love it from Christopher Vantal. What a very good over this from Adel Bati.
Good work, good work. Back up, back up.
So ball played into the offside. Tidy bowling here from Adel Bati. And you get the feeling, Matt, with 115 to 9 balls. This is going to be an interesting chase. It's not over. Take a look at this one. Sharp bit of work here from Kwame Patan Jr. But good running here from Yasser Mohammed and Danish Patel. You figure, Matt, Yasser, the more attacking player of the two. One of the reasons he's been sent at the top of the order is to really get them to a good power play. Oh, cut away into the offside. This has been very good fielding here from the Empire State Titans. And after 2, it's 8 for no loss.
Stay with it, boys.
So a lot of batting to come. We'll have to start with a 2 out in the middle, Matt. And Yasser Mohammed off to a quiet start. We've only seen a boundary off the bat of Danish Patel, but relative to that, let's take a look at this one. Ball into the offside. Has he flown to that man at point? He may have, in fact, it may have been put down by one of the fielder there, so Danish Patel would have survived 8 without loss.
Yeah, Arif will Haq, the man, didn't realize that it was hit. So Arif will Haq giving a life to Yasser Mohammed, who hasn't seen much of the strike so far. And I like the approach here by these two. Pulled away, that's a very good shot off the bat of Danish Patel. Runs away for 4. So we saw a beautiful cut shot from him, and now a shorter one. We've seen a beautiful pull shot this time.
Yeah, a lot of talent here for Danish Patel. He was punching the ball through the offside in the last over, but look at this. Short and hammered into the onside. This is the power play period, so not too many players outside of the 30-yard ring. And that's a good-looking shot for the Yorkers batsman. They're up to 12.
And I like the approach by these two. I think they're just trying to not overdo it. Still 6.2 runs required and over. Not that big of a task.
So a couple of changes.
Let's go.
Changes to the field. Tapash Baisia perhaps wants a man to come around a little bit more. And he's already very big ground here at Idlewild Park. Oh, steered away. That's a lovely shot off the bat of Danish Patel. And that has gone away. Just using the pace of the ball, just guiding the ball away, Matt. And the rest is 4 runs.
Yeah, another very good shot. Very good awareness as well from Danish Patel on this occasion. Just deliberately guiding that one down for 4. This is very good batting here so far from Danish Patel.
So solid start so far. Manhattan Yorkers will be quite happy to know 122 only posted by the Empire State Titans. So now we take you to the toy box. And Matt, when you were 4 years old, around maybe 3, 4, 5 years old, you had a lot of toys, millions of cars, and in fact you had the entire Toyota series. So tell us some of the cars you remember you having from the Toyota group of companies.
Well, I remember I had a green Supra that I was very fond of, and I'm sure a lot of people are super fans, especially when you think of the brand Toyota. We see a dead ball here by Tapash Baisia. 107 required from 106. Just run a ball needed so far. We've seen a couple of boundaries in the oval already from Danish Patel.
Yeah, he comes down looking for quick runs here. Not too sure if they need them that quick, Matt. Still 107 from 105 balls. So you continue your story?
Had lots of Toyotas. Had a Camry as well. It was a very old Camry, but I still enjoyed it.
So Tapash Baisia continues to bowl well. But you get the feeling, Matt, Danish Patel looking for quick runs. Not too sure if they need them that quick.
The runs, they've done well in terms of taking on the Empire State Titans. Run rate is still a thing, especially with how close this division is shaping up to be. So the Manhattan Yorkers, I'm sure they've got that in their minds as well. But yeah, 106 from 104 deliveries. Not really calling for a lot. And I think that's been probably the strategy here for Danish and Yasser Mohammed. Get that boundary or 2 and over and you're set. Haven't lost any wickets, so I think so far, given the context of this game and given what's required, I think it's been a very good start for the Yorkers. Very good start by these two. Which is very good. It's good to see such young players both have that sense of maturity and that sense of awareness as well. That's what the minor league is about, producing the next generation of USA cricketers. And these two could have a good shout. Yasser Mohammed already in the US senior side. And Danish Patel, a player with a very bright future ahead of him.
So Tapash has gone for 9 in the over so far. We've seen a couple of 4s. Oh, playing a miss. So the ball, well, they'll scamper through for 1. We'll wait for the signal from the umpire. Could be a fall. In fact, buys is a signal from umpire Ron McFarlane. So 18 on the board, 3 overs gone.
Looking at the batting card here for the Manhattan Yorkers. Good start, quiet start, but I guess a quiet start is pretty much what's required. Only 6.1 and over to win from here. Danish Patel and Yasser Mohammed, they haven't lost any wickets. They've still gotten a couple boundaries already. Danish Patel has hit 3 very good shots, as we see Adil Bhatti continuing.
So they're banking on the experience of Tapash Baisia and Adil Bhatti. Certainly 2 of their more experienced bowler in conditions in the US. So solid start here from Danish Patel and Yasser Mohammed. Danish has trailed us with three fours so far. A punch through the offside, a pull through the onside, and a lovely steer of the cricket ball towards the third man area. He's a top quality player, Danish Patel, already a 50 in this series.
Equation is quite simple. And so far, Danish Patel and Yasser Mohammed have kept things quite simple. This one will run away for 4 more. Lovely shot, and the lovely batting here continues from Danish Patel. What good form he seems to be in today. Taking the fight to the Empire State Titans. Look at that. Straight and using the quick outfield to his advantage. It's a type of ground that Danish Patel would love.
Yeah, that's another lovely looking shot from Danish Patel. 4-4 so far. Very impressive, Matt, on both sides of the wicket. And so far, Manhattan Yorkers just solidly making a good reply.
That one perhaps catching him. Get a singles, may have gotten some bit of bat on that one, did Danish Patel. Hands things over to Yasser Mohammed, who has been off strike for most of the time. Has only faced 5 deliveries compared to Danish facing 16. Adil Bhatti has gone for 6 in this over already. Ran a ball, 99 is required.
Oh, playing a miss. Ball goes through to Christopher Van Tal, Matt, and let's talk about, as we look at Adil Bhatti. Outside off, way outside off, playing a miss here from Yasser Mohammed. What has been some of the incoming players for the Manhattan Yorkers? They've rebuilt a strong lineup this year.
Yeah, definitely. They've brought in the likes of Rajdeep Darbar, who has now been given the captaincy with the absence of Smith Patel. This one in the air from Yasser Mohammed. Lands safely, they get a couple of runs. Also look at Danish Patel, one of the newest additions, and so far he has done pretty well in today's game especially. Bhaskar Yadram, the big one, making the move from the fellow New York side, the Empire State Titans. And then you look at Sean Finley, Abhiram Valisamagari, all strengthening the ball. And we didn't see Valisamagari today with the ball in hand, however. And then they've also got Neil Patel and most recently Kapil Khanna, who we saw after a brilliant USPL, also played.
So this one is driven nicely. Look at that, off the bat of Yasser Mohammed. He gets into the act and through the offside. And that has gone away for a boundary. That's gone for 6 off the bat of Yasser Mohammed.
Yeah, very good looking shot there from Yasser Mohammed. And now he's looking to play some shots as well. We saw Danish Patel. And now Yasser Mohammed taking command. That is a beautiful shot all the way.
So very solid start here from the Manhattan Yorkers. Yasser Mohammed and Danish Patel has give them a very good start. Danish Patel, we've already seen him playing some lovely shots. So good comeback ball here from Adil Bhatti. That will complete over number 4. And after 4, Manhattan Yorkers are batting at 33 without loss.
वक्त आ गया है लक्ष्मी बासमती राइस को घर लाने का। लक्ष्मी एक्स्ट्रा लॉन्ग बासमती राइस। इसका हर दाना हो इतना लंबा, पकते हुए महके और प्लेट पे क्या खूब खिले।
हाँ, तेरे घर लाने का। 1, 2, 3.
Chintan Patel, so spin for the first time with 90 required from 96 deliveries. So far, they've made things look very easy, the Manhattan Yorkers.
So Chintan Patel with 9 wickets in this series this year. He's a quality leg spinner, Matt. He's bowled 30 overs so far in this year minor league series. And he's picked up 9 quality bowler. Will come into bowl to Danish Patel. They're off to a very good start, just requiring 90 from 96 balls. But we've seen the Empire State Titans, Matt, defending 99 last week against the DC Hawks.
Yeah, and it proved that you can pretty much defend anything as long as you hit good areas with the ball and have that belief with good fielding. Looking to go big on that occasion is Danish Patel, but there is a field out there. It's Kwame Patton Jr. stationed out there. Single to Danish Patel. Hands things over to Yasser Mohammed.
So Chintan Patel. Very excellent series so far for the Empire State Titans.
Economy rate, definitely something that blows me away. 5.8 has been very impressive from Chintan Patel, his first year in minor league.
So we've also seen some good bowling options. For the Empire State Titans. The wicket, in fact, I think he has. So Chintan Patel caught and bowled. And that's the end of Yasser Mohammed. It's 34 for 1, Matt.
Yeah, it didn't look to me like a wicket at first glance, but then in the end, it's turned out to be a wicket for Chintan Patel. Make that 10 wickets now for him. We'll take a look at this one again. Caught and bowled. Yes, it goes. Let's see, off the back foot. And a brilliant catch in the end from Chintan Patel. Wow, take a bow.
So 34 for 1. Mohammed goes. It's 34 for 1. So out comes John Campbell. He's had a big knock in one of the games, Matt, against New Jersey Somerset Cavaliers. Got an 85. And he comes in here with the Yorkers still requiring 89 to win from 94 balls. They have just lost the wicket of Yasser Mohammed. So John Campbell, he's provided very good support at the top of the order here for the Manhattan Yorkers. And they'll be hoping that he comes good here this afternoon.
Stay ready here, boys. Stay ready here, boys.
So take a look at this one. It happens so quickly. In fact, a very well judged catch here from Chintan Patel, lunging forward. And match, the catching has been very, very good on both sides of the contest today. This one, the latest one, of course. Oh, big appeal from Chintan and company. Not outside umpire Ron McFarlane. So very good start here from Chintan Patel, Matt.
Yeah, and all of a sudden the momentum now has gone to the Empire State Titans. We saw the wickets and now right away shouting and appealing to the umpire, perhaps looking to get another decision out of him to go their way. And again, very vocal is Chintan and the Titans, so they've come back in this over very well. Chintan Patel has had a very good minor league so far, economy-wise and in terms of his wicket-taking ability.
That's Matt, he's just under Bhaskar Yadram. Yadram would have taken his tally to 11 wickets. Ball into the onside, can't score. This has been a very tough period here for John Campbell. So take a look at this. The catching today has been so excellent. The latest being from Chintan Patel, lunging forward. And that's the end of Yasser Mohammed. What a catch. So Campbell finally gets off the mark. And in fact, look at that. Ball may have rolled away for 4. So unassumingly, the ball goes away. And finally, John Campbell gets off the mark with a boundary. It's 38 for 1.
Working it, fellas. Working it, fellas.
Yeah, swept into the onside. John Campbell enduring a series of dot. 5 overs gone, 38 for 1. So bowling change quite early here. Looks like Araful Hack has been given the ball. Let's see what Araful has done during the course of this year's minor league. He's probably their best bowler, Matt. 15 wickets in this series so far.
Yeah, without a doubt. Araful Hack has had a tremendous minor league debut season. Economy at 7, 15 wickets. Right up there in this division, and right up there, I'm sure in the top 5 to top 10 in the entire tournament overall. 2022 Toyota Minor League Cricket Championship presented by Sunoco.
So Patel plays into the onside, looking for runs here. He come back for a couple of runs, good running.
Danish Patel has batted very well today, 24 of 18 deliveries, 4 fours to his name. And he's batting alongside an experienced campaigner in John Campbell, who would have played for the West Indies, played CPL as well, but has had lots of experience, especially for the West Indies Test side, but the limited overs as well.
Yeah, Matt, you're right on that. He still forms part of the West Indies red ball setup. And not to be confused, and I'll tell you why. A couple of years ago, might have been 2015, around that area, when he played first class cricket for Jamaica, there was a couple of Campbells in that side. Gets a good ball, guides it away towards the offside. He takes off for another. Just coming back to the Campbell at the top of the order. There's another Campbell who actually played minor league last year and comes from this club, Queen's United Cricket Club at Idlewild Park. His name is John Ross Campbell. And John Campbell, the man on your screen, he's John Dylan Campbell. And they both played. Oh, ball punched into the offside. The feeling has really been good. In fact, the catch comes up from one of the fielders. And the wicket goes down. So Danish Patel gone is 40 for 2. What a catch from the man at backward point. And another wicket goes down.
Yeah, Vivek Ravichandran, it is, I believe, pulling off a very good catch. And Danish Patel has to go. Ariful Haq picks up the wicket. It was a low one, was dying on Ravichandran there a bit. Pulls off a very good catch in the end. Danish goes 40 for 2.
To wait for the decision. Next time.
So the captain, Rajdeep Darbar, comes to the middle. And Matt, Rajdeep does have some Ranji experience, very quality player. We would have seen him before, but hasn't fulfilled his potential perhaps as a top player from India. And he comes in here with the highest score being 30 so far against the Empire State Titans the last time they met. And so he'll badly need a score here. They're batting a 40 for 2.
He comes in. Comes in after the loss of Danish Patel, caught by Vivek Ravichandran, the substitute Ravichandran, on for Jaladu, I believe. And we'll have a look at this one again. Looking to slash at that one is Danish Patel. And picks out Vivek Ravichandran. Pulls off a very good catch in the end. And as you mentioned, the catching continues to be good between these two sides.
Yes, Matt, we'll probably have to come up mentally, and probably what's the best one we've seen. We saw a brilliant one from Bhaskar Yadram. Not too long ago, we saw one from Vivek Ravichandran.
I think the Yadram one, the first catch from Bhaskar Yadram, has got to be my personal favorite.
Chintan Patel.
Chintan Patel's probably a close second, but I think the Yadram one beats it.
Well, it probably may all come down to the quality of the wicket. So far on is 40 for 2.
Batting card here for the Manhattan Yorkers. We've seen Danish Patel, 23 of 19 deliveries, was looking very good form. But we saw a good catch taken by Vivek Ravichandran, and then Yasir Mohammed undone by Chintan Patel. Very good work off his own bowling to take a splendid catch.
So John Campbell. Yeah, that's the comparison of the two teams here. The blue, of course, that of the Empire State Titans, and the red strokes are those of the Manhattan Yorkers.
Some tall buildings on that Yorkers skyline, which you'd expect, given the Manhattan Yorkers. This one will run away, and it'll run away for 4. So John Campbell picks up his second boundary, and he flies up to 9 of just 6 deliveries. So he welcomes Chintan Patel back into the attack with 4. Looking to go with the innovative route. And that one runs away, quick outfield, we've seen it all day. Runs off into the bushes. So 4 more to John Campbell.
Yeah, good looking shot from John Campbell. Couple of 4s for him already. They still need 79 from some 83 balls. Still a long way to go. We are in the 7th. And Chintan Patel, we saw him in the previous over. Brilliant catch. Scorecard will read Cotton Ball. The ball played into the onside. So I was just probably finishing up the story when John Dylan Campbell, the man playing in this game, played first-class cricket for Jamaica in the early days, Matt. He opened batting with John Ross Campbell, who comes from this club that we're playing here on this ground. And the scorecard read both J. Campbell at 1 and 2.
Had to go to the middle name, I guess.
Yeah,
JD, JR.
JRC Campbell, that's John Ross Charles Campbell. And this one is John Dylan Campbell. But we're watching Darbar, who hasn't had one of the best series so far. I'm pretty sure somewhere along the line he will have to come off. He's such a talent that he can go on not fulfilling his potential, Matt. 46 for 2.
Campbell on 10. Swung John Campbell, but there's protection out there. So good comeback here from Chintan Patel after the first ball going for 4. You'd feel if the Empire State Titans aren't getting wickets, then the Manhattan Yorkers should remain on top of this game, given they're going at just over 7 and over, with the required rate at 5.7. As long as they keep wickets in hand, this shouldn't be a problem.
So single here to Darbar, 1 of 4 games on for this weekend. This is going to be a big year for the Idlewild Sports Complex, Matt. This ground will host 7 games for this weekend. We have already seen 2. They've got another one coming up in August. It's going to be a busy time for this ground. 7 minor league games slated for this season. ball pulled into the onside. That's a good-looking shot from John Dylan Campbell. And it bisects the field and goes away for 4. Brings up the 50 here for the Manhattan Yorkers. So at the end of 7, they're batting 2 for 2. That's a good-looking shot from John Dylan Campbell. So a partnership forming here, John Campbell and Rajdeep Darbar. Saw an earlier excellent knock from Danish Patel. Yasser Mohammed try to break free. Brilliantly caught off the bowling of Chintan Patel. And that's the state 50 on the board here for the Manhattan Yorkers. Ariful Haq, of course, will continue. First over went pretty well, Matt. Would have picked up 1, just giving away 2 runs. So John Campbell comes back into strike. Highest score this season has been 85. Would have missed the earlier part of the season, Matt. Towards the 3rd game of the Manhattan Yorkers. And wears jersey number 32, Toyota at the top.
John Campbell has batted quite well so far. 15 off 9, healthy strike rate. Ariful comes in. And looking to continuing to be innovative here is John Ross. Is see, even I'm getting confused here. John Dylan Campbell this time. John Campbell able to get Rajdeep Darbar, who's on strike, was on 3.
And the fact is, Matt, John Ross Campbell comes from this club, Queens United, one of the clubs that plays in the Metropolitan League, uses this ground. And by the way, this ground not only plays senior cricket, they have a very vibrant academy.
Yeah. From
age 5 to 19. And so hundreds of players always at the academy here. Very strong on that.
Whipped away. And that'll be, will that go for 4? Yes, it will. So, boundary off the bat of Rajdeep Darbar. One that'll definitely improve his confidence.
Yeah, going down the wrong line here from Ariful Haq. And helped along the way from Rajdeep Darbar. He's a quality player. And you look at what has happened here. 58 for 2. They're off to a very solid start. 65 to win.
So pressure continuing to be on the Empire State Titans. Better ball from Ariful. Going back to Queens United. Queens United gotta love what they're doing for the state of New York cricket and how they're helping to improve New York's future cricketers. They've produced already in terms of the senior side, some minor. The leading wicket taker from last year, Damian Jacobs, now with the Somerset Cavaliers from Queens United.
So ball driven into the offside. That's a good looking shot from Darbar. Good bit of fielding from the man out in the deep. And a couple of runs there to Darbar. So he's looking better today. We've seen 8 runs in this over so far from Ariful Haq. Yes, Matt, you're right on that. Some good players have really come out of this unit. Queens United at the Idlewild playing field. We've seen so many big games come to this ground. I remember a couple of years ago the MCC toured here. So into the offside, that will complete 8 over. And after 8, the Manhattan Yorkers replying to 123. They're batting a 61 for 2.
My son, he's so soft-spoken. Everyone says he's so good-looking. And he never forgets to call.
Hi, Mom. Born for your true self. The 2022 Tundra. Toyota. Let's go places.
What's up, Doug? What got into you?
At Sunoco, we know how to fuel peak performance. Fuel your best.
So 8 of us gone. Adil Bati comes back for his second bowling spell. 2 of us no made none for 15 earlier on. Matt, let's take a look at what the Yorkers, how things have gone for the Yorkers during the course of this minor league. They would have won their first 3 games against the Stallions, Empire State Titans, and the Lightning, and suffered their first loss against the Raptors. 2 losses for them, Raptors and New Jersey Somerset Cavaliers. But other than that, we've seen victories against Stallions, Empire State Titans, the Raptors. In fact, they would have lost the Raptors, sorry, and New Jersey Somerset Cavaliers, and the New Jersey Stallions they have won against. So very impressive showing so far.
So Adil Bati comes back into the attack, 2 overs for 17. Rajdeep Darbar with a single. John Campbell on 16 of 10 deliveries, 3 fours already. 61 from 71 deliveries, that equation getting simpler and simpler. And the longer the Empire State Titans go without getting a wicket, you'd feel that'll be quite a simple chase from this point on for the Manhattan Yorkers. Partnership of 22 of 16 between these two, so they've carried on quite nicely.
And Matt, we've seen John Campbell not afraid to play shots. Survived a couple of balls when he first came to the crease. A couple of big shots for leg before. Oh, look at that. Takes one outside the off stump and paddles it into the onside. And John Campbell picks up another boundary. That is 4th 4. That's a lovely shot for 4.
Yeah, this time he's not been afraid to improvise, and we've seen a lot of it from John Campbell. Look at that. He's managed to get that into the leg side from way outside off. Very good shot from John Campbell. He's just picking the gaps beautifully here. And this is what you would expect from a player coming in with that international reputation, that international experience he runs. And John Campbell, a player who is certainly giving the goods here for the Manhattan Yorkers.
Yeah, we've seen him using the square side, the onside of the pitch. Very quality batting so far. So wide is the signal from umpire Ron McFarlane. So that one will have to be rebowled. Let's take a look at the extras. 3 so far. And we saw 6 when Manhattan Yorkers bowled earlier before match. So the extras has been kept relatively low. We've seen 3 so far here from the Empire State Titans. So ball eased into the offside. Good running here from Darbar and John Campbell. Every run will bring them closer to their target.
Running on some Sunoco right now. The Manhattan Yorkers going at 8 and over. Making this chase look quite easy. John Campbell as well, 21 of 12. Look at that, Sunoco on the back of the shirts of Ron McFarlane and Brian Kane.
Yes, Matt, and that's not a Sunoco regular. This is Sunoco Premium at Idlewild playing field. Darbar into the onside, can't score now, and so this over's gone for 7 so far. And Matt, when we come back in over number 9, we'll take a look at a more broader sense of what the other regions are doing, the other conferences, and try to pick some of those top of the table teams. We know Manhattan Yorkers, they're doing well on this side of the conference.
Yeah, and when you throw it, I think the wicket is one. I
So we've seen a good partnership here developing between Darbar and John Campbell. Darbar has had a very lean series so far, but we know he's a quality player.
Fortunes can change very quickly in T20 cricket. 3 dots to finish, 68 for 2 at the end of 9. And here, looking at the points table, you mentioned how things are shaping up. Looking at the Atlantic Conference, the Eastern Division, the Manhattan New Yorkers on top of things, but only just in terms of run rate with the New Jersey Stallions, and the Empire State Titans not too far behind. The Somerset Cavaliers, we'll see them in action later on. And as for the Philadelphians, they've got 2 days up in DC. You look at things from the south, the Atlanta teams so far doing well. Nashville Raptors have played the least amount of games in that conference, so still some bit of games for them to play to catch up. 2 very interesting divisions, though, you'd feel, and it sets up for quite an exciting overall Atlantic Conference as we head closer and closer to the playoff stages. It's going by so quickly, this minor league, isn't it?
Yes, Matt, you're right on that. For some teams, a couple of the teams here playing to this, some teams will be playing their 8th game. And I think in the case of one of the teams here, they're way ahead of the pack.
For a lot of their lines, looking at that table, they've played 10 games already.
Yeah, they may probably will have a couple of weeks off.
And Morrisville on the complete opposite, they've only played 5 games.
So Sawan Patel, no, this one is smacked into the offside. That's gone all the way, I think. And it has. So, in fact, 4 runs is the call, and that has gone away for 4. So, not a good start here from Sawan Patel. And look at that. So, into the offside by John Campbell. He's a very commanding player, very dominating at times. And that has gone away for 4.
Go, 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 go.
Am I correct for saying Sawan Patel was originally started off as more of a seamer?
Yes, Matt. When I saw him first, he was he was a bit of a bowling all-rounder. Ball lofted in the air, falls in mid-pitch, and so Sawan Patel 4 on that ball in this over so far. John Campbell hasn't been afraid, Matt, to play his shots. And so far, 5-4 so far from John Campbell.
This one down the leg side from Sawan Patel, wides. Extras now up to 4. We've seen 3 wides and a by the Titans so far. Sawan Patel dragged down and in the air from John Campbell, and it's gone all the way. So another good shot off the bat of John Campbell. His first 6 of the game, but he is continuing to bat well. 31 of 15 deliveries for him now. What a shot.
Yeah, pulled down here from Sawan Patel. That's not the kind of ball you want to bowl to John Campbell. And he latches into this one. Hard, and that's gone far. That's a good-looking shot from John Campbell. More runs for him. He gets a single out towards the offside, and this over's gone quite expensive here for the Empire State Titans. It's gone for 12 so far.
Keep working, boys. Keep working, boys.
Yeah, the plan to bring Sawan Patel into the attack has not worked. Rajdeep Darbar has been quiet, but with 4.1 required at this stage of the game, as long as he doesn't get out, I think that's the important thing.
Catch it.
Good shot there from Rajdeep Darbar. Has he found the gap? He has. He's done very well, and I was just making the point that he's been quiet. And there he goes. He finds the fence. So 4 more to Rajdeep Darbar, and this is turning out to be an over that may even cost the Empire State Titans the game, as 16 has come off it, and there's only 39 required now to win.
So another shot through the offside off the bat of Rajdeep Darbar. Consecutive fours to finish over number 10. And Matt, 48 runs partnership, 88 for 2 at the end of 10. A couple of big fours towards the end there from Sawan Patel. 19 off that over. So 88 for 2, 10 overs gone.
Very tall skyscraper that we've just seen. 20 runs coming off the over from Sawan Patel. And it's been some sort of a red dominance. Seeing on the over by over chart, some tall skyscrapers by the Manhattan Yorkers.
And Matt, that one in the middle of your screen here, that's the tallest. 20 runs off that over. The partnership that has gone up to 48. It appears Chintan Patel gets another ball here. And probably you get the feeling that Empire State Titans, their bowling looks a little thin today. Of course, Usman Ashraf, a leg spinner that could be used. So ball swung into the onside off the bat of John Campbell, and that's another maximum, brings up the 50-run partnership, 54 to be exact. It's 94 for 2, another shot from John Campbell, gone for 6.
Batting masterclass being put on here by John Campbell now. And now he's looking to finish this game and finish it quickly. Again, as I mentioned earlier, run rate must definitely be on the minds of Campbell, Darbar, and the rest of the Yorkers lineup. Maybe just knocking it around, show the Yorkers win the game first, and once in a suitable position, just looking to finish the game and smash it all over the park. And that's what John Campbell has begun to do here. 5 fours, 2 sixes. He's on 38.
Yeah, John Campbell has played with a lot of freedom and dominance. And so Matt, 94 for 2, we're in the 11th over.
John Campbell, I'm sure he'll be a contender for the Star Boy on DAFA News, one of the proud sponsors of minor league cricket. John Campbell's name might just be on the top headlines when it comes to day one of the doubleheader that we're going to be seeing here this weekend at Idlewild.
Yeah, Matt, and those news are posted within seconds of it happening on the various fields across the country. Here we go. Spectators enjoying the festivity here. It's been a very hot day. Yeah, and they're watching the proceedings here. That's one of the stalls that has been put for years into the ground. So ball worked into the offside. Campbell continues to bat well. The partnership has gone up to 55. It's just 28 runs to win. So Manhattan Yorkers on course here.
Chintan Patel, 2 overs, 1 for 2.2 overs, 1 for 24. Rajdeep Darbar, a couple of boundaries in his last few deliveries off of Sawan Patel.
So another roll of dice for Chintan Patel. We've seen the likes of Tapash, Baisia, Delbati, Araful Haq, Sawan Patel. Sawan Patel has really put a dent into proceedings here. Now Chintan Patel wants some more enforcement. You're only given 11 player per team. With you and the keeper, there's 9 other players to play around, so we'll have to work with that. So a couple of good follow-up deliveries. The first ball would have gone for 6 off the bat of John Campbell, Matt. And that may have set the stage here for this over.
John Campbell on 39 of 18, striking the way he is. With only 3 runs and over required, it's going to be very hard, you'd feel. Not a lot of pressure on him anymore. He can just bat as free as he likes. Can be very hard to stop, and here we're seeing the best of John Campbell today.
So Chintan Patel has gone for 8 in the over. John Campbell, very impressive today. We made mention his highest score in this year's Toyota Minor League Series presented by Sunoco has been 85.
Won't hit that today, given there's only 27 needed for victory. But that doesn't take away anything from how tremendous he's been. 97 for 2 at the end, 96 for 2 at the end of 11.
My son, he's so soft-spoken. Everyone says he's so good-looking, and he never forgets to call.
Hi, Mom. Born for your true self. The 2022 Tundra. Toyota. Let's go places.
What's up, Doug? What got into you?
At Sunoco, we know how to fuel peak performance. Fuel your best.
So big partnership here in progress. A 56-run partnership, Matt. Just to win. Looks like Tapas Baisia will might be
Bharadwaj. Yep. So the youngster comes into the attack, Aditya Bharadwaj.
No.
Rajdeep Darbar. Spinner.
Yeah, good start from Aditya.
Starts well, but with 27 required from 53 deliveries, you'd wonder if there's much left to this. That one well wide, and we get the call now from Brian Kane.
Yeah, Brian Kane would have done a lot of arms exercise during the course of his tenure as a minor league umpire. This one into the onside. That's struck well here from Darbar. And we'll wait and see. In fact, only a single out towards the onside. And so it's 98 for 2, Matt.
John Campbell. 39, he's been a treat to watch today, hasn't he, John Campbell? Just so much excitement building up to see what Campbell and 39 of 19, striking at 205 at the moment, and with showing no signs of letting up. Swung away again from John Campbell, going after Bharadwaj, and sends that one into the trees. Another 6 off the bat of John Campbell. Clean striking this. He moves up to 45 and brings up the 100 for the Manhattan Yorkers.
Yeah, it comes in fine style. Ball tossed it up here from Aditya Bharadwaj. And given the treat here from John Campbell. Big strike into the onside. John Campbell 3 6s now, 5 4s. He's batting impressively well. He's up to 45. As you can see there, it's 104 for 2. And so 19 runs remaining here for another impressive display from the Manhattan Yorkers, Matt.
Yeah, now we get third umpire Irfan walking out with the box of balls. That one clearly getting lost in the bushes that surround Idlewild Park, which can be very problematic at times when it comes to balls getting lost.
Yes, Matt, we have seen last year 86s. Well, in fact, during the course of last year and a couple of this year, 86s struck in the tournament. Umpire Brian Kane comes up with the proper replacement ball, according to him. I wonder if they'll find a ball that is 11.3 over Zoll. Not too sure if they'll be able to find that one. 104 runs scored on that ball, or perhaps I think the ball was replaced already.
Catch him now.
Again in the air, it's gone a long way. Same position, same result, and another 6 off the bat of John Campbell.
And John Campbell toying with the youngster at this point. Couple of 6s now off the bat. And really bringing things home in some bit of fashion for the Manhattan Yorkers. 51 of 21 deliveries, half century. Well played knock by Campbell.
Yeah, that half century coming up in just 21 balls. Very, very quick scoring here from John Campbell. And he goes big again into the onside. Could be another one. In fact, it has gone. And so 3 consecutive sixes here off the bowling of Bharadwaj. And this is not going too well here for the Empire State Titans.
3 in a row from John Campbell. And he flies up to 57. What an innings he's played. What a knock this time. The sweep coming out, slug sweep.
Well done,
Sent a
Kid, well
long
done,
way. Stepping down the track, but a better ball from Aditya Bharadwaj. Just a single, so Campbell retains the strike. It's 117 for 2.
So there we go. It's 117 for 2. And this is beginning to be an easy one here for John Campbell. He leads the way with 58 of 23 balls. And from the way things are going here, it's suckers all the way with just 6 runs to win. Very, very good, impressive display from the Manhattan Yorkers this afternoon. So Campbell up to 58 so far.
Striker, right arm over, sir. Right arm over. 6 needed.
He can finish it all in one shot, John Campbell. And with the way we saw him go after Bharadwaj, I won't be surprised thinking of doing that. 6 to win. Just a matter of how long do we have to wait for the Yorkers to get that at this stage. Adil Bhatti.
So 122 posted by the Empire State Titans, not holding up here so far. Oh, he's out caught behind. So finally John Campbell go off the bowling of Adil Bhatti. Van Tol takes a catch and John Campbell falls for 58, Matt. It's 117 for 3.
Adil Bhatti wicket too little too late, unfortunately, for the Empire State Titans, but still a wicket falls. Well bowled by Adil Bhatti, going wide, making him stretch for it a little bit. And John Campbell take nothing away from that performance. 58 of 24. What a knock from him. 117 for 3.
Finley, supposed to be wearing a helmet, you know, because we have a medium pacer. Yeah, but I'm alright, so I'm comfortable. Yeah, he said it. Alright, yo!
So big moment here for the Manhattan Yorkers, Matt. They ran on some fuel here, certainly fueled up by Sonoko. Strong performance from them.
Campbell, 58 of 24, brilliant knock from him. Dafa News will be proud of that, and I'm sure, as I mentioned earlier, John Campbell will have himself a headline about him. We see all the sponsors there, Dafa News, Sunoco, Toyota, don't forget them as well. All making the minor league, the 2022 Toyota Minor League Cricket Championship presented by Sunoco as big, and so we want to thank all of the sponsors.
So Sean Finley comes into strike with just about 6 runs to go. Adil Bhatti, good quality start to the 13th over. So Sean Finley gets his first run of this year's minor league match. A late addition to the Manhattan Yorkers. Not a lot of work to be done here with 5 runs remaining. We've seen a good knock from Rajdeep Darbar.
Yeah, he's done well, given he hasn't been the main man. That's without a doubt has gone to John Campbell. But Rajdeep Darbar has done very well to support him. Helped to form a 77-run partnership with Campbell. On very cleverly played from Rajdeep Darbar, pulling out the uppercut. And that levels the score here now. That one running away for 4. So good looking shot off the bat of Rajdeep Darbar, just mentioning how good he's been today.
Yeah, the scores are level. One of those uppercuts, very innovative shot, executed well from Darbar. And that matches the score of the Empire State Titans by the Manhattan Yorkers, 122 apiece on both sides. And so the end could come pretty quickly here in the 13th over. Adil Bhatti to Darbar, and he finishes in fine style through the offside. A big, expansive drive. And that's the end of this one. Manhattan Yorkers, they win convincingly. And they win by some 7 wickets with a lot of balls to spare. In fact, 44 balls to spare. So they'll collect points here, Matt. The customary handshake. Sean Finley and all the boys out in the middle. Rajdeep Darbar ends the innings. Fine style at the end. And it's a big, impressive display here from the Manhattan Yorkers.
Yeah, the Manhattan Yorkers, deservedly league leaders. You can see by the way they played today. Emphatic victory. John Campbell, brilliant performance from him. 58 of 24 deliveries. And they made things quite simple for the Manhattan Yorkers. Supported well by Rajdeep Darbar. And don't forget Danish Patel, we saw at the top of the order as well. But overall, by the Manhattan Yorkers, comfortable 7-wicket win.
Yes, Matt, the 122 was never going to hold up here. And in the end, it's a 44 balls remaining, 7-wicket victory. Customary handshake that has become so popular. After all, cricket is just a game. So the good gamesmanship certainly continues. So take a look here. So Danish Patel, very good start at the top of the order. John Campbell has been special today. And in the end, Rajdeep Darbar ends it in final style. 31 of just 23 balls, making light work of 122. Posted by the Empire State Titans. Just losing 3 wickets in that process. Very impressive for the Manhattan Yorkers.
Looking at the bowling card here, there's not really much to say about the Empire State Titans. It was all Manhattan dominance. We saw Adil Bhatti, Chintan Patel and Ariful Haq picking up some wickets. Ariful Haq was good. 2 overs, 1 for 11. But we've seen some expensive overs there from Sound Patel and from Aditya Bharadwaj and Adil Bhatti as well. Over 9 and over from him.
Yeah, very easy in the end for the Manhattan Yorkers. They bowled well and they batted even better.
And now look at the overall summary. We've overall had a good game. And the Manhattan Yorkers made it look very easy in the end. Look at that. John Campbell, 58 of... And then as we mentioned, Rajdeep Darbar towards the end, 31 of 23. And Danish Patel. Bowling-wise as well, can't forget the bowling effort by the Manhattan Yorkers to restrict the Titans for such a low score. Noman Iftikhar, 2 for 21 from his 4 overs. And Deveshwai Prasad as well. Brilliant. 4 for 15.
All right, so we'll look at some highlights of what has happened here during the course of the Manhattan Yorkers. So this one was Danish Patel, a classic-looking punch through the offside. We saw him playing shots on both sides of the pitch. This one pulled through the onside from Danish Patel. He batted well, gave them a very good start. The ball steered away towards the third man here from Danish Patel. He gave them a very good start. Ball driven straight down the ground this time. So this one struck well here from Yasir Mohammed, but he didn't last too long. Yasir Mohammed lofted ball straight back to Chintan Patel. Campbell came to the wicket and Campbell played some lovely shot onto the onside. He was sweeping well. This one going away for 4. Ball punched into the wicket here. Very good catch from Ravi Chandran. Took the wicket of Danish Patel. We've seen good catching. Here's another 4 off the bat of John Campbell. He was sweeping to great effect on the onside several times. Very strong on that. Darbar came to the middle, played a very good hand, which would have started his flow getting back into the runs
Oh,
column.
look at that. Takes
Campbell
one, only
continues to
played 5
play on the
games.
square side of the onside. And a lovely
So
shot here and there
Patel.
from John Campbell.
By the Titans so far.
3 sixes in 1 over. Would have started with a look of this one,
Patel
pulled into the
dragged
onside
down.
of the
I think
bowling
that's
of
the
Barad
important
watch. And boundary still came all the way from Campbell all across
I think the ball was replaced already.
the pitch. Some of the big shots in the ground. This couple of sixes here may have sealed the fate here for the Empire State Titans.
Very, very quick
3
scoring here
sixes
from
in
John
that
Campbell,
region.
and he goes big again into the onside.
So 122
Always
posted by the
Empire State Titans.
a tough man to contain. He got on outside edge though, off the bowling of Adel Bati. Good catch there from Vantal. And Darbar, look at that. Brought them closer to home. And Darbar would finish things off by a polishing drive through the offside. So those are your highlights. With the news, Manhattan Yorkers winning by some 7 wickets. Just losing 3 wickets, and there's your look of the summary. Impressive showing from Devashwari Prashad, but John Campbell has to stand out as one of the best batters on show today, Matt. 58 in quick time.
Here's your table. The Manhattan Yorkers extending their lead above the rest, going up to 12 points with that win, taking the 2 points. And they advanced their gap on the New Jersey Stallions, although the Stallions still have a game in hand, and we will see them tomorrow here at Idlewild Park. Empire State Titans remaining on 8.
So there we have it, folks. A lot more cricket left in the day. Cricket coming up tomorrow. The next game, standby. Next match coming up, New Jersey Somerset Cavaliers will come up against the New England Eagles. So the New England Eagles visiting New Jersey Somerset Cavaliers. They're beginning to pick up a momentum. And we'll see you shortly at 2:30 p.m. New York time for more Toyota 2022 Minor League Cricket Series presented by Sunoco. And it's all happening at the Idlewild Cricket Facility. Don't go away. We'll see you in just about an hour's time. And a lot more premium streaming coming to you live from the state of New York. Until then, we'll take a short break and resume when cricket does so at the Idlewild Park.
You're watching the Toyota Minor League Cricket Championship presented by Sunoco.